Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the one, the only, DeAndre.
Baby, boys and girls, children of all ages, I am here to promise you that I totally wouldn't sell nudes for Black History Month.
I mean, why is it only got to be a February thing? I think everybody wants to see that every day of the year, bro.
I mean, sometimes you just want to be hitting the fields with the good stuff. You know what I mean?
Hey, I don't blame you. I get it. You wanted to watch the good stuff. The chat thinks I'm off watching Glitter tonight, so hate to spoil it for him. That's after the show. After my viewing of Angels in the Outfield, it's going right to Glitter, boys.
We might as well just do that now for the walls.
What? Watch Glitter or Angels in the Outfield?
Yeah, let's do both. Let's just really hate ourselves for like 4 hours.
just watch Angels in the Outfield. I feel like you're offering up all of us for the fucking sacrifice of the sun god. It'll just be you.
Yeah, I'm okay if it's just me watching Angels in the Outfield. I wouldn't expect anything else. I mean, I watch it all the time. So, Jesse, are you tired of Angels in the Outfield yet? No, she fell asleep.
She's playing possum.
No, it's been we were up late just getting shit done. We've been dealing with a lot of with the cat stuff. So, that's how it goes. But, folks, we got a big show tonight. I have to introduce the last standing Samoan, Big Rig, Nick Utam first.
Oh, thank you. I like my women like I like my movies, low budget and independent.
Ooh.
I love low budget everything. And finally, the man of the hour, American Ramrod, Kendo Slice.
Fuck the Raiders.
So, folks, welcome into episode 238 of World Class Bullshitters. Tonight, we're going to be covering a myriad of topics, some Marvel, some other things. So, you're seeing Ghostbusters in the title. It's just a victory lap about Ghostbusters. That's all it is, folks. You want to have fun at the movie's expense? Well, guess what we are. We're also going to talk a little bit about some other stuff tonight, including a surprise and the Fat Avengers. So, stick around for the Fat Avengers. It's going to be worth the time. So first off, we want to give a special shout out to our newest patrons. First off, we want to give a shout out to our friend Jacob, as well as Raisin, who upped their pledge as well. So folks, we have uploaded the first day of Schlocktoberfest. The boys and I are going to get together to do more. There's been some scheduling conflicts, but it is that time of year. And I'm going to make available for everyone some of the not even unreleased, some of the removed from YouTube old episodes of Schlocktoberfest. I might try to go onto the old computer. If they're all there right now, I'll go and do everyone. If not, I'll have my mom send out my hard drive and I'll get it off of there. But I have all those old files that I would love to upload and give you guys that, because YouTube thought your Twilight Zone video, Jeff, is not advertised. Actually, it's just copyright infringement or whatever they gave me on the old thing. So I played by the rules, but whatever. So that's over there.
Yeah, I got an email saying that the crazy big Friday the 13th box set is coming in, so I'll do a giant review for that. It'll be horribly long and horribly detailed. So,
well, that's what people want, dude. In-depth review from the last standing Samoan Big Rig. I mean, you are the horror. I'll call you the horror guy on the show. Yes, we all love horror movies. Yes, we have favorites, but I mean, you actually made horror films. So I mean, You're the horror guy officially on the channel.
Yes, I have seen so much fake blood and so many boobs. Oh my god!
You also shot porn, so I mean,
you make horror movies, you shoot porn on the side. I mean, money's tough. Don't judge me.
Hey, look, sometimes it's one and the same thing. No judgment here, brother.
Mm-hmm. The only thing scary is what you'll go to make a buck. Am I right?
Oh.
Speaking of, I'm coming up for that shoot, Dion. Be ready, okay?
Sure thing.
Okay, get the big tub of gristle like we talked about.
You're right. I'm feeling sassy. I'm feeling classy.
Ooh, I like the way this show's going tonight. All right, just putting that out there. So we're gonna start the show off with a little tribute to just a lot of people's favorite guitar player. This week we lost a rock and roll legend, Eddie Van Halen. He passed away on Tuesday at age 65. We briefly covered it on the High Council, but I wanted to get your guys' take because, like we said on the High Council, Van Halen's music was just bigger than rock. I mean, their influence was felt on almost every genre, maybe not country, but I mean, Tone Loc sampled Jamie's Crying. You have really iconic riffs. I mean, hell, even from the non-guitar side, Jump, that fucking synth train of it. Everybody knows Jump. So, I mean, like I misspoke on the show, but I originally said, well, he's probably the biggest rock star since Michael Jackson died. I forgot Bowie passed away because I feel like he's still around. He's always just been that otherworldly type of energy. But Dion, what was your response to Eddie Van Halen dying? Were you caught off guard? I didn't know he was sick, just like Chadwick Boseman. I had no clue he was sick.
Dude, 100%. I did not know that Eddie Van Halen was sick either. I didn't realize it until I went and picked up D2 from my sisters, and her boyfriend told me. And I was like, oh my fucking God, you know? And, you know, I feel like, not just Eddie Van Halen, but Van Halen in general, like, even if you weren't a huge fan, Van Halen had a special place in your heart. Like, specifically for me, because they're randomly in the first fucking Power Rangers movie. They're on the soundtrack.
Yeah, Dreams,
so,
right? Dreams.
Yeah. And that's how I was like, man, yeah, I fucking love Van Halen. And, you know, and for me, Van Halen was that band where it's like, fuck. Like, you didn't talk about him every day, but when someone said Van Halen, you're like, yeah, I fucking love Van Halen. Like, it's just, I don't know, dude. It sucked. It was one of those that definitely hit harder because, you know, especially for us, you know, we are in that group where we, like, grew up with them. I know a lot of people are like, yeah, you know, your parents were like, yeah, I fucking listen to Van Halen. But they were always relevant for us as kids. And it sucked, dude. Like, and fucking, like I said, that's my favorite song of Van Halen because of fucking Power Rangers and how weird it is and how cool he was as a person to just randomly to have his song be in that fucking movie. You know, I was just like, like it sucks. It really sucks, man. Rest in power.
Kendo, what were your thoughts initially when you heard the news?
It sucked because, you know, I do like some Van Halen. They've got some really good stuff that's gone, you know, for years. I mean, they've run the gamut of, you know, decades in terms of popularity. For me, Jump will always be a special song to me, only because I know it's one of their biggest hits, but KPLR TV, Channel 11, used to have blues hockey games, and to advertise them back in the 80s, they would play fucking Jump. It was just like the synth riff when they were showing, like, the highlights of Blues versus North Star Saturday night at 7:00. And so, like, 5-6-year-old me had that, like, just ingrained in my head. So, like, every time I hear Jump, I think of blues hockey and most of the pain that came with it until last year. And it's just like, I don't know, Running with the Devil. That's right. She saved us all. She's dead too. Sidetrack. Anyway, like, Running with the Devil is one of probably my favorite songs. It's
love
just
that song.
David Lee Roth hitting every fucking note imaginable. But yeah, Van Halen dying. It's one of those things that kind of puts, I wouldn't say it necessarily puts things in perspective, but when pop icons that you grew up with start to die, it makes you go, shit.
Yeah.
Getting old.
Shit.
Nick, did you have what was your thoughts when you heard this?
I mean, I hate when things like this happen because it's like, you know, oh, cancer took him. Like, that's what really sucks, and that's what I think is, you know, the shitty thing, because I mean, like, that can come for anybody, and, you know, it's you have a 50-50 shot of surviving, it seems like, these days, and, you know, and I hate hearing when somebody has, you know, was taken by that, because cancer fucking blows.
It does.
I did immediately remember, like, Back to the Future, seeing his name on the tape. I immediately remember that part when that happened. I was like, oh shit, dude.
Yep.
Because that's a big part of that movie. Like, he wants to wake up his dad and be in the spacesuit or the hazmat suit. And I'm just like, that is a big crucial point in that movie. And I was just kind of like, ah, shit, man. And, you know, and like, I was hoping, you know, it would have been an old age or whatever kind of thing, but it wasn't. And it just sucks. It's just one of those things that, you know, yeah, man, cancer blows. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, it does.
But yeah, folks, like I said earlier on the High Council, and I stand by that statement tonight, we lost a legend this week. So if you're a Van Halen fan, you're already feeling it. But if you've never listened to a Van Halen song, go back and listen to the dude's guitar. I don't know if I'd say it's second to none. I'm not going to put him on the top. I think there's guys like Jimi Hendrix that are the best, but it's a different type. I mean, he invented a lot of what he did. So his contributions can't be underestimated or overestimated. I mean, you know, like,
listen to Eruption.
Fuck, go listen to Beat It by Michael Jackson. I mean,
oh god, yeah,
the guitar solo. It's him. He comes in, I think it was 2 takes, and he got it perfect.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's incredible. So, One thing I will ask is, who's your favorite frontman? Is it Van Halen? Oh, I was Van Halen.
Dave.
David Lee Roth's my favorite too.
I mean, Diamond Dave. I mean, Sammy Hagar, when he came along, he brought like a different, like, you can tell the difference between a Sammy Hagar Van Halen song and a David Lee Roth Van Halen song, and not just by the vocals. Like, there's different sounds to the music that's going on. Plus, I mean, David Lee Roth's just a fucking lunatic, and he gave us Dr. Roxo, the rock and roll clown. He does cocaine. I mean, that's the inspiration there, clearly. So I would say he's definitely, I mean, they're both good, but Diamond Dave is just a bit higher up on the chart than the old Red Rocker, who for some reason is amazingly popular in St. Louis, and I've never gotten it. He ain't even from here. But like, everyone loves Sammy Hagar around here. It's like, okay, I don't get it, but all right.
Dion, Nick?
Give me the Roth, man. I mean, that, like, you know, fucking Kendall said, that dude was just fucking crazy. I mean, yeah, that dude was just fucking nuts, you know. And obviously, don't get me wrong, I love Sammy, but just fucking, you could tell when things are getting a little bit closer to the fucking danger zone with David Lee Roth getting nuts. So,
have you ever listened to his Joe Rogan episode?
Yes.
Dude,
yes.
That's a great episode. Holy
his
shit.
fucking stories are fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
And he's just a cool dude. Like, he just, you know, I don't know, man. Dave Roth is definitely the one. There's different elements that make you really like him.
Nick, anything else you'd like to add?
No, I don't know enough about Van Halen to comment on that question. So I'm just gonna sit back here and sip my beer.
Fair enough. Our friend Arturo in the chat says, I've done sound for both David Lee Roth and Hagar.
Holy shit.
Ooh.
That's cool.
That's awesome, man.
One of Jesse's friends out here is a sound engineer, and he did an album for Paul McCartney. And so he was like he was telling stories about it. He also recorded one for some rapper. He just got all these fun stories about that. So before we do move on from the music and stuff, you know who I think is an underrated guitar player too that nobody really puts in that conversation was Prince. That dude was awesome on the guitar.
You know what?
Yeah.
I feel like he is in the conversation, but for some reason, I think mainly because he had disappeared for so long with the name change thing that people forget. But then when someone says Prince, they're like, you know what? He definitely is, you know, probably top 10 all time, because Prince, you know, obviously was a weird dude, and you know his reasons for doing the symbol thing are pretty legit. But yeah, I think that's just a. No one should ever like be like, fuck, man, I'm just respecting the purple one. It's like, no, you know, he disappeared, you know, plus he was kind of you know, he was Prince, so don't feel bad, you know, but
plus
yeah,
he put on one of the best
agree.
Super Bowl halftime shows in
probably
recent
the
memory.
best.
Best. I was gonna say he did a fantastic suit because
in the
typically
rain in fucking high heels. That's fucking crazy.
yeah. And like every song was a hit, and he was just on, and you could tell he was not pre-recorded. He was just letting it go, and man, Prince is killing it out there.
We were fucking hurt when he died because was it MTV that was just playing nonstop Prince videos and fucking. I mean, and we talk all the time, but like when Prince died, we were all like talking about, you know, him doing the fucking album from Batman '89, and Jeff and I rediscovered our love for Party Man, and you know, we were like, fuck, God, that damn, man, fucking.
I listened to Trust yesterday, so
that was a haymaker out of nowhere when Prince died. It was just like all of a sudden, oh, dude, Prince is dead. What?
Yeah,
that sucked.
One other guitar player too that's great, I like a lot, who just most people don't think of him as a guitar player because he's, you know, done all kinds of shit too, is Rick James. I thought he was a pretty damn good guitar player. But
those animated stories I found on YouTube that Mike Judge was doing, because he's a huge funk fan, and those stories of just fucking, you know, Rick James and Prince and Bootsy Collins were fucking hilarious, and how, you know, Prince and Morris Day literally had a rivalry similar to what they talked about in fucking Purple Rain, and he had a rivalry with with Rick James, and just those dudes, you know, funk is, you know, probably my favorite genre, but those dudes were just as fucking crazy as everyone would assumed, and 100%. Alexander's on fire tonight, but fucking cocaine is definitely a hell of a drug, especially for funk. God damn.
So yeah, like we said, R.I.P. Eddie Van Halen, you were awesome. So now, folks, this week's word game is not really a word game. It's just something I saved on my phone because I'd like to hear people's takes. The spicier take, the better. But it's just a basic question. What is the most overrated movie of the 90s or 2000s? That's tonight's word game. Chime in all night, folks. Let us know. I know I caught you guys off guard because I like to keep a little bit of the surprise for everything. Titanic. Good call.
That's a good one. That's a hard one to beat. That one.
The whole Twilight series.
That's from the 2000s, so it counts.
The whole fucking Twilight series.
Wouldn't
Fuck
Avatar
all
be on
those
there
movies
too?
in the ass.
It's definitely Avatar for me. 100% Avatar. That movie was, for it to be a phenomenon the way it was, and for it to be so forgettable as quick as it was forgotten, it's gotta be Avatar for sure.
So you don't want to jump in with the Dark Knight or Jurassic Park with me?
Listen, that just hurts my fucking soul to hear you say that shit.
It, dude. You know what movie I thought was shit and people seem to like it in the 90s was a movie called Simon Birch. I don't know if anyone remembers that.
I do. It was just about some like kid like that was like small that had some like genetic disorder, right?
Also,
silly. That's Phenomenon with John Travolta.
That's true. That's true. Also, Meet Joe Black. What the fuck was that about?
That is so weird how people love that movie, and it's boring as fuck.
Yeah,
it is. It is fucking
just
boring.
like 2 hours of everybody like talking to Brad Pitt.
Yeah, I'm Death. Shut up. You're Brad Pitt, bitch. Death. Get the fuck out of here. You're like, how can I waste a movie with Anthony Hopkins? Oh, Meet Joe Black. That's how to do it.
There you go. Done.
Anthony Hopkins was like, "Is the check clear? All right, I'm here."
I showed up, guys. What do you want from me?
Is it Silence of the Lambs too? What?
Jeez,
Joe Black. What the fuck is this? I don't know.
I actually love Hannibal. I feel like that one's underrated.
Is that the one where he makes the guy eat his own brain?
Yes, Ray Liotta.
Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna, you know what? All joking aside, I wasn't serious about Dark Knight or Jurassic Park. I'm gonna go Avatar. I don't understand why that movie was the highest. I mean, I get it because it was a 3D gimmick and all that shit, but from a story standpoint, it is the most basic bullshit film ever. I don't understand why people are excited for more of it from James Cameron, because all that you were excited for the first time was the visuals. Well, guess what? CGI hasn't evolved that much in 10 or 11 years, excuse me. People say, oh, technology is so much more advanced. Yeah, but we reached a point a couple years ago where the CGI was already pretty damn good. And even in the big Marvel movies, we kind of plateaued. Yes, they look great, but they all have kind of looked pretty damn good. Like even the first Iron Man still looks great from fucking 12 years ago. So
oh yeah.
When Avatar 2 comes out, it's like, unless they're gonna like dunk you in a submerged swimming pool or some shit to watch the movie, like what? Or are you wearing like an aquatic helmet, Steve Zissou style? Like what are you getting out of this experience?
Now,
listen, I still laugh my ass. My favorite Oscar moment is James Cameron losing Best Picture to his wife.
Yeah.
I will forever cherish that moment because, oh my god, the hype for Avatar was real. Everyone was fucking convinced it was going to win Best Picture, and for Hurt Locker to kick him in the dick, oh my god, that was awesome. That was so fucking awesome.
I will say this: the first time I saw Avatar, I liked it, but it was called Dances with Wolves the first time I saw it.
Yep.
And that was a way better movie.
I saw it is Pocahontas.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
Also,
the win, motherfucker.
Oh god, another
That animated raccoon was cool. I like
another movie, Dark City. I watched it and I didn't get it, nor did I care for it.
Dude, have you seen the similarities between that and The Matrix?
I have not actually.
Mm-hmm. That's a little dirt under the rug that the old Wachowskis just kind of like don't ever acknowledge.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Well, I think it's one of those situations like Fletch and Beverly Hills Cop where they're very similar both in music and story, but they came out 6 months apart. And in the 80s, you know, they weren't just making movies over the week. Well, some people were, like Roger Corman still shot over a weekend. But like for them, look, a big budget Chevy Chase flick wasn't shot over a weekend. So it's one of those situations like a Deep Impact Armageddon where they're so similar, they're almost identical, but there's no way they could have copied each other.
Right. For sure.
Our friend Diego Flores says Avatar is Pocahontas in space. God, Cameron is a noob or a knob, excuse me. Thank you for your super chat, Diego Flores. Yes,
once again, this is a guy who started his career with Piranha 2, The Spawning.
The first Piranha's better. You know what my favorite part of the movie is, and it's so dumb?
What is
It's
it?
at the very beginning where the chick goes to jump in the water and she accidentally pulls her underwear off. She's trying not to do nudity for the movie. She actually rips it all the way. She's like, fuck, and pulls it right back up and then dives in. I laugh every time I see that because I love. It's not even about the nudity; it's about the mistake. I love when a movie's so shit they leave an abject mistake.
Dude, hey man, that's. I think that was Corman who did that shit.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Shit. I gotta listen. The number 2 for me is Jerry Maguire. Like,
oh god,
yes,
Cuba Gooding Jr. is the only good part of that fucking movie, and I will to this day say he not only deserved the fucking Oscar nod for Best Supporting for being good, but for being in that fucking movie. Like, I'm just like, it's a dude who's a sports agent who's bitching for 2 hours and then randomly fucks Renee Zellweger at the end. I'm like, how is this a movie?
Yeah.
You had me at hello. Why were you being a bitch for the last 45 minutes then? If I had you at hello, why were you being a bitch? We could have been in the bedroom fucking, and then you, me, and your kid could all go to the fucking movies. But no, you're fucking ignoring me for 45 minutes. Now I'm standing here looking like a fucking idiot in the 90s saying how much you fucking complete me. Just, we wasted 45 minutes. What the fuck?
Yeah, that movie was like relationship, tropes to the extreme. Like,
yes.
Every potential stereotypical lovey-dovey line was in that fucking movie for a relationship. It's like, god damn it, stop it, just stop it.
Mm-hmm. Talk to her, dummy.
Talk like real people talk to each other.
Yeah, it's Renee Zellweger. You'll be okay.
Oh, Jeff, another 2 movies that came out about the same time that were about the same thing: Dante's Peak and Volcano.
Oh yeah.
Now remember that shit.
Which team are you on? I'm on Team Volcano.
Same here, because
all day.
Dude, because Volcano's fucking ridiculous and I love it.
Yeah, I kind of want to watch that tonight.
give me young Dark Dawn Cheadle over Grandma's legs melting in the lake any day.
Oh, that's true. That's fucking true.
Mikey Gussler, thank you very much for super chat. He says Signs and Star Trek R9 are overrated 2000s films.
Oh, for Signs I'll give you that, but Star Trek 09, sir, we about to fight.
I love it. I don't really hate that movie. It's not the best Star Trek movie. No, I'm talking about 09. It's not the worst Star Trek movie by a fucking mile. I can't give it a nod for being the best though either. I mean, it's not the Wrath of Khan.
Listen, 100%. 100%. But I blame all of a sudden the hate on 09, and even I fucking love In the Darkness. I blame it all on fucking Star Trek Beyond. That one was so fucking haphazardly thrown together. I still liked it, but fucking that's what we get for Justin Lin coming to Star Trek. You get some fucking lazy ass fucking generic action movie with Star Trek slapped on it, and now everybody pisses on 09. That's bullshit. Give me motherfucking Carl Urban Bones and goddamn Crazy Spock any day of the week. I'm still pissed about Vulcan getting blown up, but fuck, I love that movie. And that soundtrack was dope.
Yeah, you bought that shit right away.
Yeah, dude. My sister and I saw 09 7 times in theaters.
It was a lot of fun. I thought it was really good. Yeah, it fucked up the timeline. Yeah, it screws everything up, but visually it was kind of amazing.
It calls itself an alternate reality. They all realize that they're an alternate timeline or whatever. So that's why I was okay with it, because that was a classic Star Trek. Star Trek loves doing the alternate timelines, and that's why I love it so much. It's like, this isn't technically in the same timeline. They've all accepted that shit, and boom shakalaka, Spock's whipping people's asses. Loved it.
Yeah, I thought the cast was pretty decent. I mean, nothing's going to top the original.
Right.
But I didn't think Zachary Quinto was a bad Spock. I love Carl Urban. I preferred DeForest Kelly, but I mean, come on, it's Carl Urban, dude. Like, he's I can't say he's the saving grace of the boys because everyone's great, but it's like he's the great part of a great show. He's awesome as Dredd. The only thing, the conversation right now, everyone's like, should he play the next James Bond? I don't think he's right for 007. But other than that, Carl Urban's right for a hell of a lot of roles.
Yeah, man. Make Dredd 2 and 3. Come on.
And he really the fucking I can't remember what studio did Dredd, but they had to tell Carl Urban to stop talking so much because he wanted to play Dredd so bad. That's how fucking much I love that dude. That he loved that character so much and loved that universe that he was the one that was drawing attention and drawing the desire for Dredd 2. They had to say, hey man, We haven't announced anything yet. Stop announcing it on your Instagram. And that dude wants to play Dredd so bad. I will follow Carl Urban to the gates of hell and back, 100%.
Yeah, he might be my favorite working actor today.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he had that futuristic show that I really liked. I thought it was a lot of fun, and then he got shit canned after the first season.
Yeah, that iRobot, but the one, what was that called?
Being Human or something?
Yeah. That was actually a good show. That first season was pretty damn good.
It reminds me of the video game Detroit Become Human or whatever. It reminds me of that a lot. And I was just like, man, there's a lot of correlation between it. And I rewatched it recently, and I was like, there are tons of correlations between these two. And I was like, man, we should have got at least 3 seasons, out of that show.
Yeah. Good old Fox canceling something before it gets hot.
Always.
Yeah. Also, another movie that's Juno. Juno was everybody loved that shit, and I was like, no, I'm cool. Thanks.
That and 500 Days of Summer, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah. And let's not forget Shakespeare in Love. Fuck that movie.
The worst Oscar-winning fucking movie of all time, in my opinion, is Shakespeare in Love. That was bullshit.
I just remember as a kid going to school and listening to the radio, everyone's like, Shakespeare in Love, Shakespeare in Love. I'm like, what is it? And then, I get a little older. I saw a scary movie. They made fun of it, and I never needed to watch it. So.
It's an art house shit film that screwed Saving Private Ryan. A good film.
That's fucking bullshit, dude. There isn't a motherfucker alive that's like, dude, Saving Private Ryan got nominated. Of course it did. What beat it? Shakespeare in Love.
Yeah. I don't know anybody that says, oh, man, I can't wait to watch Shakespeare in Love. But I know a lot of people are like, oh, fuck, Private Ryan's on? God, that's such a great movie.
Okay, so somebody in the chat said that The Lion King is overrated. How would you guys feel about that statement?
The new one, 100%.
No, 94.
Yeah.
We're about to fucking fight. Motherfucker. You don't fucking tell me that I want to be king. It doesn't fucking slap.
It doesn't, but it's a fine Disney animated movie.
No, yeah, it is.
You and me, listen, we about to fight, Kendo. Listen, we don't agree, disagree on much.
Here's
we fighting, bro.
Look, if you want to dance around to Jonathan Taylor Thomas screeching about how he can't wait to be king, you do you, honey boo boo. I'm not going to stop you. But I am just going to say, look, 11-year-old me didn't get all excited for that movie. I watched it because I had
11-year-old,
I was a child.
Goddamn commie. Every kid I know was fucking. We was knee slapping and singing like freed slaves to the fucking soundtrack to The Lion King. God damn it!
Oh my god,
that soundtrack hits. That soundtrack hits, boy.
Where are we at right now? 11-year-old me already moved on to R-rated movies, so I was like beyond that shit.
Hey, I'm right there with you, baby. But God, turn on The Lion King. Shit, can you feel love tonight? That's when that urge awakened in you, motherfucker. You're like, listen, she might be a lion, but I know what the fuck they going through right now.
Now
slap some cheeks.
There's a DeAndre puberty story right there.
Now, Diego Flores, thank you very much for super chat again. He asked, and any movies you felt were overrated/underrated, and reconsider your opinion years later. That's a great question.
That's a fantastic question.
Oh God,
Boogie Nights.
Yeah.
First time I watched Boogie Nights, I fucking hated that movie. But I watched it several years later, and I'm like, God, this movie's fucking great. Because when I first watched it, I didn't get it. The second time I watched it, like 5-10 years later, I was like, I get this movie. This is funny as shit.
Yeah. Also, Heather Graham being fucking naked throughout most of the movie is always a plus.
Yeah, that helped a lot.
I'm gonna go with The Big Lebowski. At first, I didn't like it because I was 10 when I saw it on videotape. So I was like, what is this? But I watched it again in high school, and it became a top 5 favorite film for me. So I don't know if I'd say it was overrated, but I didn't get it. So I guess if I had heard about it, whatever. But not until a little later did I go, wow, this is as great as everyone says it is. So yes, Dr. Coffin Nails, but it's a favorite now, so I don't feel bad at all. I got it on Blu-ray, DVD. I would buy it on Laserdisc. Yeah, Blue Watcher knows what's up.
Boogie Nights is too.
I think Jacob Kaiju says Titanic is also overrated. Thank you for his super chat.
I went on a date to see that movie.
I did not.
It did not work out.
That's fucking rough. You bought tickets. You were in that seat for 3 fucking hours and nothing. That's bullshit. Yeah. You should ask for a goddamn refund at that point.
No, dude, it cost me like all the money I had in the world, which was like $80 at the time, and for the movie and the snacks and the arcade. And I realized this girl was kind of an insufferable bitch. And I was like, this sucks. Why did I do this? I just wasted like a day. So
well, I guess that was a good lesson. I guess that was a good lesson.
Don't go on dates to the movies that she picks.
Well, I guess that's also a good lesson learned because now you know what signs to look for. You know what red flags pop up and things.
Yep.
So it's so it was more of an education. So you paid for an education really, more than anything.
Yeah. I don't remember any of the lessons I learned that day. That was a long time ago, Nick. But I'm okay now, for the most part.
Yeah, man.
So let's move on, folks. You could tell us all throughout the night some overrated flicks for you, and underrated flicks that you've come to appreciate years down the road.
Definitely overrated Twister. Fuck that movie.
Hey, listen, you guys are throwing some fucking fighting words out here, motherfucker. now you're gonna dump on my girl Helen Cunt. You need to back up, son. You need to back
This show's gonna come
up.
to an end because we keep slagging off movies Dion loves. He's like, I can't fucking work with these guys anymore.
The goddamn 90s, early 2000s is becoming Yoko Ono. But she ain't gonna bring up the goddamn Beatles because I'm gonna turn you motherfuckers into huge Bill Paxton Twister fans. Goddamn it! You can't predict it. You can't. Come on, Joe. Look what's in front of you. That random monologue of them in the rain and a fucking tornadoes behind them, and you're like, yo, shut the fuck up and get in the truck.
Listen, you know what, Dan, you're right. Because I love the movie so much, I rode the Universal ride 10 times in a row in a period of 90 minutes. Sorry, not 90 seconds.
Are you sure it wasn't just the only ride that had no line because it sucked? You just like walked through a house.
Yeah. You walk through a house, the platforms drop, and then you go do it again for.
Plus, Carrie Elwes is in it.
I rode that ride, dude. I was disappointed.
Well, the thing that pisses me off more than anything is that they pulled out Ghostbusters and they put that shit in there.
Dixon Cider, how dare you? Jacob Kaiju also chimes in with thank you for a super chat, Jacob Kaiju. He says the Blair Witch. I'm assuming he means this is overrated. I'll give you that one. That movie lives and dies by its marketing, but it's not that great.
No, it isn't.
Dumb. There's like no payoff. It's just like running around and they're like, "Ooh, look at me! I'm looking into the camera."
No. And now if you want payoff, you go to the Bear Wench Project. There's payoff there.
That's a that movie. Or the Bear Pimp Project. That's a
there.
Good
You go.
Too.
There you go.
That sounds like a real award winner.
Yeah.
Better than Twister.
Son of a bitch. You will not disparage young Philip Seymour Hoffman screaming like he's a fucking paratrooper when you realize, oh yeah, they're just storm chasers. What the fuck?
He was just in withdrawals.
Probably, actually.
That's fun.
That's right when the heroin took hold.
Yeah, that's our new hashtag on the channel. Hashtag better than Twister.
Oh my god.
There you go. Folks,
I'll never forgive you.
Everything that's better than Twister.
No.
That black ass is better than Twister.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Our friend Dean Domino also chimes in with a overrated film. He says The Day After Tomorrow.
I feel like that one was never highly rated. That was a weird. That's a weird time period. Like that, like 2000.
Well,
yeah, 04
to
06 was a really weird time frame for shit movies. That like everyone, we all knew that they were shit, but they were still like blockbusters. It was fucking. It's a strange time to be alive.
Yeah. I understand After Tomorrow because it was during the 2012 thing where everybody was making a movie about that shit. It's like, oh, the world's gonna end. Let's make a movie about it. It's like, okay, cool.
You know what? The world didn't end, and now we all kind of wish it did with this
shit. Seriously, that's not.
No. What happened is 2012 was like the expiration date. We've just gone past the spoil limit, and that's all. That's all that's happened now.
Dude, I knew people that like truly believed in that 2012 stuff. I'm like, look, let me break this down to you. An ancient group of natives that disappeared like 600 years ago probably didn't see the future because if they did, why would they vanish? They would know they at least have another 600 years to be productive before shit goes south.
Listen, no. What happened is that they saw the end and it was really shitty. And they're like, "Fuck it, we'll party. Doesn't matter."
Yeah.
We're out.
And then Mel Gibson's gonna make a movie about it,
which is awesome, by the way. That's underrated.
That's your sign of success when Mel Gibson makes a movie about you.
So that's what we should be angling
Or he
for.
calls you sugar tits.
So what you're saying is we should be leaning on Mel Gibson right now, currently, to try to make the World Class Bullshitters movie.
1,000%, yes.
Oh my god!
He can call me
Folks.
sugar tits the entire production. I don't care.
Folks, we need you to start writing Mel Gibson letters. Just send him some mail and be like, "Hey, make a movie about the origin of these guys." And for some strange reason, we're all speaking like Latin, and it's in like subtitles.
Hey,
Jim Caviezel's randomly in it.
as long as it's not a black and white French movie, I'm okay.
Don't
Like
fucking give him ideas.
Okay, fine. Shit, my bad.
Oh wait, we have a half-assed pod. Thank you very much for your super chat. It says overrated Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Dude, if you consider Mortal Kombat Annihilation overrated,
I don't
that
think
movie is
anybody
like
ever
bottom.
overrated that movie. I think
Listen,
everybody saw the movie and
I've
was
only
like, God,
got-
this is terrible.
The only phrase that applies to someone who overrates Mortal Kombat Annihilation, you will die.
It's like if you overrate Mortal Kombat Annihilation, you overrate Twister. I mean, I don't. It's like they're on
Listen,
par.
I love James Remar to death, but every time he shows up at the beginning of that movie, I bust out fucking laughing. Because Chris Lambert was like, you know what? Fuck this. And they went and got James Remar. And that just makes me laugh every time. And he keeps like fiddling with his hair. And then Raiden gets a fucking haircut. And it's just, oh my God, that movie's so awesome. I love it.
All right.
Poor Robin Chow. That fucked up his whole career.
Adam Walford, thank you very much for super chat. He says Twister is bad. I live where it was supposed to take place. Waste of film. And Dion just had bad taste of movies.
Well,
So
I mean,
overrated-
every now and again, do the tornadoes like miss this house, miss that house, and then come to your house? Like, how does that?
Have you ever seen a cow fly by?
Twice.
I think it was the same one.
The tornadoes are sentient. They're like, they've got a mind of their own. They're like, I know where I'm going. Fuck that guy.
He also says Independence Day is overrated.
Whoa, sir.
Oh, that one
Sir.
cuts deep to the bone.
Sir, I think you need to cool. I think you need to ease off the gas pedal there and slow your vehicle
Yeah,
down.
we all know that movie. We all know that movie's shit, but we accept it as like it's fun
Exactly.
shit, you know.
Yeah.
It is exactly. I mean, plus, who doesn't laugh?
I'll give you
every time Will Smith
50% on it
goes,
being overrated.
50%? Get the fuck out of here. Everyone laughs. Everyone laughs when,
50%.
the giant black dude and Will Smith's just like, just tell him I hit you. Like, I don't, that's so stupid. And I love it. Fucking Jeff Goldblum, Roman Emmerich specifically said, do not say must go faster like you did in Jurassic Park, please. And he did it fucking anyway, and they kept it in the movie because it's fucking awesome. Must go faster, must go faster. And every time he says that, I fucking cheer.
Jacob Kaiju might break your heart, Dion. Armageddon is a bit overrated.
Whoa.
I'll give
Listen,
you that.
y'all, I'm about to fight everybody. I'm fighting 160,000 motherfuckers. Because don't you dare, sir.
Dude.
Don't you dare shit on the greatest intro to a fucking action movie of the 90s where it's randomly Eddie Griffin arguing with a fucking taxi cab driver and then Asteroid Storm. Don't you ever, sir.
If you need a time capsule of what the 90s was actually like, Armageddon.
Yeah, 100%.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because
Also-
even in the
also-
90s, everyone's like, is Aerosmith not dead?
Well, they died last week. Oh no, that was
true.
somebody else. Well, no. Also, the fact that a oil driller, Bruce Willis, can go up to NASA and be like, "Are you fucking kidding me? How the hell did you build my thing?" It's like, it's fucking NASA. How do you?
Dude, the greatest commentary moment of all time is fucking Ben Affleck telling the story of how he's like reading the script and he's with Michael Bay and he goes, this doesn't make any sense. You can totally teach astronauts how to be drillers quicker than you can teach drillers how to be astronauts. And fucking Michael Bay just goes, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Very good point.
Plus, where else are we going to believe Billy Bob Thornton is the fucking head of NASA? Like, come on. There's no other universe where you see Billy Bob Thornton. You're like, you know what? You can tell me about space, as opposed to Billy Borton the Day, who fucking like he just gets pissed off that he dropped his vial of Angelina Jolie's blood. Like that's the universe I want to live in. And plus, to think that in that movie that NASA wouldn't know a giant asteroid's coming towards our planet until it almost kills Eddie Griffin is just fucking hilarious.
Yeah, because like they've tracked things that are like way the fuck out there. They can almost, I think they can still communicate with the Voyager space satellite thingy that's almost past Jupiter and Pluto and shit. Like they can still communicate with that. Of course they know shit's coming in.
So funny. Like, oh, we didn't notice it until a meteor shower hit us, and oh, it's the size of Texas. You mean to tell me you missed Texas floating towards us? You fucking idiots! Yeah. Cut their funding immediately after we save the Earth.
That doesn't like appear. It doesn't just like warp into like out of a wormhole. Like, oh, what a great day to be alive! Oh shit, an asteroid just popped up outside of Earth. That's not how it works. Listen. The NORAD guys the NORAD guys were smoking some Pineapple Express, and they fucking didn't look at the screen long enough, and they just forgot.
They have good taste.
Yep.
Also,
plus, young Liv Tyler. I mean, come on.
Oh god, yes. But
that's a roll tighter if I ever seen one.
Ooh, yeah.
Another unrated movie from the '90s is Edward Scissorhands.
I prefer the sequel, Edward Penis Hands, myself. I'm a man of taste.
Yeah, there you go.
A double fist of fun. Overrated though. I will say, fucking Donnie Darko. Fuck that movie.
No, 100% it's overrated. 100%. Because I've watched it a couple times, and I'm like, okay, it's fine, no big deal. And then they thought there was such a cult following for it. They made the sister of Donnie Darko, or like Donnie Darko's sister, some bullshit like that.
Darko.
S. Darko, yeah. I was like, oh, okay.
I love how in the movie his sister is just Maggie Gyllenhaal, and the whole opening is them just talking shit to each other.
That just reminds me of early Family Guy when it's just Jake Gyllenhaal and Maggie Gyllenhaal arguing, and the dad's just like, guys, kids, you're both just terrible. Oh fucking Jake Gyllenhaal. Talk about a turnaround. I thought he was gonna be a fucking little shit from Donnie Darko. That dude, I love that dude now. Like I absolutely Night Stalker is one of my favorite fucking Nightcrawler, excuse me. Yeah, Nightcrawler. I fucking love that movie.
Yeah, it is really good.
Rugrats the movie. I guess it was overrated. I didn't like it as a kid, so I know I'm in the weird.
Yeah, I'm not. I never honestly liked the Rugrats in general. I was never a big fan.
Let's read a couple more of these overrated super chats, and then we will move on to our. We have a breaking. It's not a breaking story, but it's something you guys haven't heard about yet. I want to blow your mind on air. So our friend Swinging Cod says underrated movie Mother. It has provided me hours and hours of entertainment. Just thinking of it makes me laugh. Hi, Dion, spelled Deon.
Listen, we about to fight.
That's a weird way to spell overrated piece of shit movie.
Javier Bardem Morgan has never let me down faster.
Yeah.
Well, then go watch that movie, and he will.
I mean, it's good for the first 5 minutes because you get to see Jennifer Lawrence's tits through her little sheer dress, and then immediately boom, down.
You can see that on the internet without having to watch Mother.
Yeah, that's true. God damn it. Yep. Never mind. Fuck that movie.
Let's see. Dixon Sider says overrated. Tales from the Hood 2. Yeah, you're right. It's the biggest piece
I don't
of shit
think
ever.
that was ever rated highly.
Critics seem to like it.
They're fucking lying.
Well, it's because of critics, and they have certain guilt. That's why.
I'm never looking at Jeep Liberty the same again.
Half-ass pod.
I still have PTSD from that movie.
Poor Kendo.
Do you forget every time you see a white Jeep? Do you just like go into convulsions?
I panic every time I see a Jeep. I panic and I think my friends are going to kill me.
Dude, I've never felt so guilty being alive because that movie literally says interracial relationships are bad.
Yeah, pretty much. That was one of the themes of the movie. Is if you're biracial, you shouldn't exist.
Yeah,
thanks, Rusty Gun Beef.
Yeah, that is the. Nick,
if you think we're joking, ladies and gentlemen, well, if you think we're joking and you want to watch a movie, please acquire by other means, like sail the high seas and get the movie. Don't give it any money.
No, I'm not Sam Adams.
Whoa! We don't take those requests on air.
Yeah. Well,
that's at least $50.
Yeah.
You gotta have deep pocketbooks for that one.
Yeah. Dion's ass is not cheap. My black ass does not come cheap. By the way, Nat, your average nerd, thanks for reaching out about the cat. We still are waiting on some of the updates. So what happened, folks, the other night, if you listen to the High Council, all of a sudden had to kind of rush through the end because the cat Lando, who's been in the first Shit Pancake video, he was peeing blood really bad. And he had been acting weird over the last couple of days because of all the cats, he's kind of standoffish. And when he comes up and like rubs on you, usually you're like, oh, this is strange. And he'd been doing it for days and days and days. And Jesse thinks he was in pain. Well, long story short, Nat, your average nerd, we took him to the hospital. They put him on stuff. We took him to the vet the very next day. And we're still waiting to hear. He had to get an EKG and a bunch of other shit. So that's why Jesse started the GoFundMe for some of the cat stuff, because it's 4 figures to keep this cat. And, I finally get why people feel the way they do about pets after living out here for so long. I've always liked pets, but I just never felt like that connection. Now living out here, I get it. So thanks for reaching out, Nat, your average nerd. I appreciate that. Half-Ass Pod wanted to chime in and say, my bad, I was thinking overhyped going into a movie. You were right about that, Half-Ass Pod, because the first Mortal Kombat was pretty good and very well received. So that was the one that...
all downhill from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Annihilation was a massive letdown.
Jacob Kaiju says Speed is overrated.
Dude, motherfuckers.
Oh, come on, really?
You need to cool it.
I'm on Team Dion with this one.
Me too.
That movie gave us badass Keanu, everybody
Uh-huh.
running around screaming pop quiz hot shot and then saying you want to go to get McDonald's later or some dumb shit because I couldn't follow up on it. And it was Sandra Bullock's coming out party. Everyone was like, oh my god, this chick is gorgeous.
I didn't think she was gay.
Damn it, not that. Never
God
mind.
damn it. Phrasing, Kendo, phrasing, god damn it. Come on.
I mean, you just set it
No,
up.
I knew what I was saying.
You're finishing your coffee too, right?
Yeah, I'm finishing my fucking coffee. I'm not gonna let Jeff teabag my comment and then fucking ruin my day.
Oh god, no. Speed is part of those crazy 90s action movies we got, like with Demolition Man and shit like that. Like you gotta love those movies because they were fucking ridiculous.
Because somebody went into a pitch room high on something and said, "What if we have a bus that's going like 55 miles per hour because some crazy fucking guy put a bomb on it and it can't go below 50 and it jumps fucking gaps in like highway construction and it does other weird stuff and somebody's like, fuck it, green light it, let's go."
If anything, does anybody else have anything else like this? If anything else, for that year, fuck it, green light it, let's make it.
Yeah,
What
there's
if we
this
put a
big ass
bomb
asteroid that's
on a
coming to the
bus?
planet, and we got to get a bunch of oil rig workers to take it out. Let's go. And there'll be Aerosmith. Double it.
And one of them is Owen Wilson.
Wow.
Dean Domino has probably the most controversial one in my opinion. Fifth Element.
Oh, come on, man.
That is
that's
underrated. That
is such a good fucking. I watched it the other night, and I had more appreciation for it than ever. I was like, shit, this is really good. Damn it. It's so good. It is. Oh, I love it
Never
so
watched
much.
I love it. Now, Sir Guy the First says underrated movie was the Street Fighter movie.
Underrated?
If you say the animated one, yeah, I'll go
Is
with you on
it
the animated
though?
one.
I mean, it's kind of it's once again, it's one of the era of those video game movies that came out of the 90s that were just kind of like,
I'm going to kick Tyson's ass so hard.
You do a hell of
no
a
way.
Van Damme.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Wasn't Van Damme coked up to shit during that whole production?
and
Yeah,
fucking
I hope
holding him
so.
the entire time.
Yep.
Good for him.
And it's Raul's last fucking movie, which makes you sad. But that
That's
dude,
the hard part right there. It's like that he died before that movie came out, so like he didn't even have to. Luckily for him, he didn't have to witness that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, that fucking movie, dude.
Gene Machine, I did know that about both Harry Dunn and Harry, whatever his name is from Speed. Jeff Daniels, Double Harry. And it was probably his biggest year at the box office. Dumb and Dumber and Speed were 2 huge hits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
God, he's so that's an underrated actor. I think Jeff Daniels is awesome. He should get. I mean, he gets tons of work, but I mean, I want to see him in everything. I've never seen something that Jeff Daniels be in and going, it sucked. I mean, he's on TV.
Watch Escanaba in the Moonlight.
Okay, maybe one day. Jake tried to get us to watch that for years, Dion.
Yep.
That movie is weird as shit.
Yeah,
it's about people in the UP. It's just strange.
Oh,
Yeah.
believe me, I know people from the UP.
Yeah,
why?
I mean,
It was crazy.
he's Jeff Daniels is definitely he's a definitely good actor. I think he fell off for a little bit and then came back, but he's been back in the last like 5 or 6 years. He did that show for HBO called Newsroom. It's actually really fucking good. It's really good.
That's the one I was talking about. Yeah, we talked about why isn't America #1 anymore.
Yep.
That
Dude,
speech.
that speech got shared so many times.
Our friend Mikey Gussler says Mystery Men is one of my favorite underrated films. Mine too. I fucking love.
I
Mystery
do love
Men.
Mystery Man.
Dude, they could have gone for a trilogy real easily with that movie. It was so good. It was so much fun.
You know, another flick from that movie, or another underrated flick from that year was Bowfinger. I love Bowfinger.
Oh my
Nobody
God.
talks
Oh,
about
dude, yep, Bowfinger was fantastic.
I think I've only seen that movie once. I need to watch it again. I need to watch it like currently just so I can really watch it and absorb it.
Nick, put it on the list.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we do have one more underrated, overrated, half-ass pod, underrated Biker Boys.
Ooh, definitely overrated. That was a weird,
Overrated.
that weird time frame, dude.
Well,
Is that the Tim Allen movie?
Biker Boys. Was there another one called Biker, or was there another one that like came out around the time that was about the same? I think
It was the
by John
same one
Woo?
with Ice Cube. Yeah, and Ice
Holy
Cube was
shit.
in it, and that was
Are we there yet?
No. It's like Adrenaline or some shit like that was the name of it.
When did that come out?
High,
Was that-
High Octane, I think is what it was called. I think so.
Did Gangster Rap make him do it?
That fucking movie was bad. That movie was fucking terrible.
Let me-
I can't
oh,
remember the white dude's name that's in that, but that movie was like Biker Boys.
Torque.
Torque. There you go.
Torque.
Yes.
Yes, Torque. Oh my God, Torque.
Yes.
Omar R got it first.
Oh, jeez.
Fucking Torque, dude. That movie was weird as fuck. But again, that's
shoot.
that weird time
No.
frame.
Here's one that I think was completely overrated. Ghosts of Mars.
Dude, Natasha Lennifield, whatever her name is, in Ice Cube. I fucking love that movie, dude. That fucking movie. Holy shit. And Pam Grier's in it in a fucking leather outfit with an overcoat. And
That's
she's
true,
randomly
that's true.
trying to
And
fuck
fucking-
the girl from
fucking-
Species.
Fucking Jason Statham with hairs in it.
Yeah. And he's like just sexually harassing this chick the
Yeah.
whole movie. Even back then, you're like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, and the dude fucking cuts his thumb off when they're cutting the cans.
Yep.
Let's see.
John Carpenter, you crazy son of a bitch.
I love John Carpenter. He is,
When I first saw that movie, I was just like, yeah, fuck this. And I've watched it recently. I was like, this is ridiculous, but I love it. Look, it is.
I love that movie so much.
It got shit on, exactly how much it should have been, but it's still like a really fun movie to watch and get drunk to.
God, I fucking love that movie. Like that weird time period when that Natasha Emmerfield, people thought she was going to be huge because of Species, and then we're all like, oh yeah, she can't act.
Natasha Henstridge?
Or Henstridge.
Henstridge, yeah.
I was like, who's Natasha Lendenfield? Are you thinking of Curtis
I was-
Lendenfield?
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, who the hell is Natasha Lindenfield?
Thank you. You guys. That's why I got you guys on the show. That's why I brought you guys on the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, she.
Well, I mean, her only other claim to fame is the whole 9 yards and the whole 10 yards. So
no, because Species. She was huge in Species,
yeah, that's true.
and she was half naked the whole movie. Even though the second one is just like the premise is just her fucking. Which I'm not
That's
upset.
true. That's true.
Fucking
I like
Michael
Amanda
Madsen. Yeah, like that movie. Like Species 2 is a weird one. That was a weird one. But
Jacob Kaiju did chime in again and say, Speed is okay. What happened with Speed 2? Jason Patrick.
Nothing
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Look up Jason Patrick in a movie he did where he got fired off a set. Look that shit up.
Didn't he almost get fired off of the fucking Losers too?
I think
Maybe?
so. Yeah.
Sure.
Well, there was a Western movie that he got fired off of, and like it was everybody talk shit, but like him like apparently there was a lot of just like nobody said what actually went on. So like the director was like, yeah, it just didn't work out, and he's like, yeah, I just didn't like it, and then like there was nothing said about it. But it's like when in mid production when an actor gets fired off a set, that means that they really fucked up.
Yeah.
That means they really fucked
Because
up.
of all that time and money that was invested in getting that far into the movie, for them to
Yeah.
go, fuck it, blow it all up, get rid of this asshole, we're starting over.
Yeah.
Get
I mean,
rid of this asshole.
I mean, Back to the Future 1 did it, and it ended up pretty good.
Now, Scott's-Go2
Yeah, that was
says...
a different set of circumstances.
True.
Scott's-Go2 says the Iron Giant was underrated as hell. First off, thank you very much, Scott's-Go2, for your super chat. I love that movie, and I It's one of the movies where I'm glad there's nothing more from it. I like, every New Home format, you get a nice Iron Giant upgrade. They put out some Iron Giant figures. I like it the way it is, but I do wish it made more money. It's a very good film.
Listen, that we definitely should have gotten at least a sequel, because the ending, you're like, oh yeah, he's supposed to be the precursor to a fucking invasion. Like, that's why I wanted a sequel so bad. Like, he becomes good. That's awesome. And they're like, oh, he's probably going to start fixing himself. Every time, even as a kid, I'm like, wait, are we just not going to talk about the other invasion of giant fucking robots that's coming to Earth? We're not going to talk about it? Oh, okay. Okay, well, I guess we'll move on to Titan AE.
Titan AE is another one that I really loved. I really like that movie. It was really underrated.
That's a good one. The ship in that movie is cool as shit. The animation, I love the animation of Titan AE.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
I remember all the ads for it as a kid when that movie was about to come out. It was fucking dope.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you guys ready to talk about one of our main features for the evening?
Sure.
Maybe.
It's a fun one, dude. This isn't one of those weeks where we're gonna leave the show semi-angry. We're gonna leave happy. The audience, I'm pretty sure, will leave happy as well. Actually, I like to think some people in the audience never leave happy because they're just pissed that the show ended. So,
Yes.
Yeah,
well,
I
folks,
can see that.
Yeah, help us get to that 200K. We'll do a 24-hour stream. Fuck it, if you're having a good time, just keep it going till I have to tap out.
Yeah, and also remember, spread the love around, share our content.
Yeah. It definitely helps just to hit that share button. Pacific Rim job. I just put that on the screen, man. That makes me laugh. Now, folks, we will read all of these super chats tonight. So if you sent one that wasn't related to the topic, I will definitely read those, and you won't have to wait throughout the entire show. So thank you very much, everybody. And let's talk about the thing on screen right here. So, Kendo, what did you think of the Doctor Strange film?
I was surprised by how much I enjoyed it. I thought it turned I didn't know much about Doctor Strange going into it. I watched it as an obligation to get to have everything watched before I got to Infinity War, and I found myself surprisingly enjoying that movie. I was like, wow, this is actually really good. This is a lot better than a lot of the other MCU movies that have come before it. This is good. I want more of this. I liked it quite a bit.
Nick.
I liked it a lot as well. Once again, didn't know anything about the character, and I thought the movie was done really well, and I really enjoyed it. I'm glad he was part of the Avengers and part of the last two movies, and really helped out and everything. But I really enjoyed it, man.
Dion, what about you?
You know me, man. I obviously, there's no shame to my game. Always been a huge comic book guy. I never read a lot of Doctor Strange, but I obviously knew about him for the number amount of comic book storylines. I really, really, really like this movie. It's definitely, I think it's one of the most underrated of the MCU. Benedict Cumberbatch was a fantastic casting choice. I fucking loved it. The whole Dormammu scene was fucking phenomenal. I have a lot of love for this film.
So I am like you guys. I enjoy it. I guess I could say it's an underrated movie in the MCU because people don't really talk about it, but it does offer a lot of substance. And the things I like about the MCU are good characterizations of our main superheroes. And Benedict Cumberbatch is a world-class actor, brought a lot of depth to Stephen Strange. I do wish they would have played a little more with the doubt after his hands were broken and stuff. But overall, I enjoyed it. So anytime he popped up in like Thor Ragnarok or the Avengers Endgame and Infinity War, he was always an exciting part. I don't know how to describe it outside of saying he feels like he's always been a part of the MCU. It wasn't like a late addition like Captain Marvel who feels like, oh yeah, she's in addition at the end. It doesn't really make sense. Doctor Strange feels like he's been there the entire time. Thankfully, they've mentioned him as far back as Captain America Winter Soldier. So he's been part of the MCU in name only since 2014, and his film dropped, I believe, 2016. And now it looks like he's coming back again. So would you like to hear the big breaking news, which I'm sure you guys have heard already?
Yes.
Sure.
Benedict Cumberbatch joins Spider-Man 3 as Doctor Strange. The movie puts Cumberbatch in the mentor role that was previously occupied by Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark and Samuel L. Jackson's Nick Fury. So I would like to start off by saying This is bullshit because this is another movie where Spider-Man will not be his own man.
So Spider-Man's gonna learn to build a suit and do magic? Awesome.
Yeah, pretty much.
So what? He's Harry Potter now all of a sudden? What the fuck?
Movie Metalhead, you are 100% right on that comment. I just put that on the screen. Thumbs up to you. Anyway, moving back. It's a little frustrating because, I still pick up an old Spider-Man comic here and there, and it's always about a sense of loneliness. He's an outsider. Everyone wanting to be his friend or mentoring him or all these things. Like, I would be cool if he had a mentor like Tony Stark later on in his career, like in the comic where he spent years becoming his own man. And then, he looks to Tony Stark for the next evolution in his character. I would have liked that. I can live with that. But making him the Uncle Ben surrogate bothers me from a character standpoint, because like I always say, if you're going to adapt it. Why are you changing it for the sake of change? I don't need it to be 1-to-1, but if you're taking out a core pillar of who the character is, then I get a little concernicist. But now, Dion, what do you think of that piece of news? Just straight up, he's the new mentor role.
This is why I fucking hate kids in movies. Because this fucking bullshit and listen, man, and I get it. Like, Jeff is my go-to guy for Spider-Man. I love talking about Spider-Man with him because I love Spider-Man. Obviously, he's not my favorite, but I fucking love Spider-Man. The thing that okay, let me pull the fucking mic close because now I'm starting to get pissed off. The reason why this third Spider-Man is going to suck, and it's going to be another example in shitty Spider-Man sequels, is because everyone forgets Spider-Man in his own universe is an inspiration to all the other fucking heroes. Even for Iron Man and Bruce Banner and Captain America and all these guys, on so many levels, they all respect Spider-Man. And now in the movies, you have this constant need to have him be, hey, he's like you. He's a kid. Imagine if you were a kid and Iron Man was your mentor. Imagine if you were a kid and now Doctor Strange is your mentor. Oh, hey, you're a kid. Imagine if Fat John Favreau on a plane is your mentor because your other mentor's dead. Fucking cut it the fuck out. There are numerous examples of other heroes doing something or unable to do something, and they team up with Spider-Man, and he reminds them what it means to be a fucking hero. One of my favorite moments in Civil War is the fact that one of the reasons that Iron Man knows he fucked up is because of Peter. Because Peter fucking announces his goddamn identity, and then he still stays Spider-Man. That Spider-Man is, even for Captain America, as much as Spider-Man idolizes Captain America, fucking Cap on multiple occasions is Spider-Man, who is a superhero, but constantly goes out and gets his ass beat and keeps fucking going forward to where everyone else is like, damn, Spider-Man's the man. The entire city of New York loves him. Not only because he's one of theirs, but because multiple occasions of all the heroes, he will get his ass beat, almost beat to death, and inspires other fucking heroes. This need to make him, the good tough kid that can, is fucking annoying. I hate it. Just make him a grown man who, even though he tells jokes, has a fucking weird disposition about the world because he's had to do this on his own. I hate this shit. He doesn't need fucking Happy to build him a goddamn suit. He doesn't need fucking Iron Man to be the one to tell him, hey, listen, man, you gotta keep fucking trying. Oh my god, you're a superhero. You got responsibility. Da, 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 da. He doesn't fucking need his hot ass aunt now, Aunt May, to constantly be, oh, you gotta be careful and I don't want you to die. He's the hero that taught all these other guys. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed Iron Man in the first Spider-Man, but that fucking storyline should have been crumpled up. We passed that point. Move on. He becomes Spider-Man. It's done. He doesn't constantly need, oh, Tony, every time I look, I see him, and I'm reminded that he's fucking dead. Like, Spider-Man is the man. There's a reason why it ain't Captain America that was the head of the face of Marvel. There's a reason why Iron Man was a B+ player for the longest fucking time. There's a motherfucking reason why people love the idea of when Spider-Man joined the Fantastic Four, because he is the man. He's Ric Flair in this universe, and the lack of respect that these movies give him remind me that when this fucking movie doesn't do well, everyone's gonna have fucking surprise Pikachu face, and I'm simply gonna say, I fucking told you so. Do what I tell you.
Well, dude, I'm with you 100%. And the thing is, what they fail to realize too is Spider-Man is their number one character and has been for almost the entirety of Marvel Comics proper.
Yes.
And what I mean by that, folks, is Marvel Comics was timely back in the old days. Then I think it became Atlas Comics. But in 1961, they officially went with Marvel Comics when the Fantastic Four dropped. I believe that's the first book to say Marvel Comics on it. So for many years, the Fantastic Four was the number one title. Then Spider-Man overtook it. I think it was at 67, 68. And Spider-Man has been the Mickey Mouse of Marvel for decades. So for Marvel to keep treating their A-list character like this, like he's not capable to, have his own film. Look, guys, before there was ever an MCU, Spider-Man from Sam Raimi, that shit was winning Oscars. It was breaking records. It was in the Guinness Book of World Records. Mm-hmm. So this very capable Spider-Man has been a thing forever. That the character can carry sales on his back like no other. Even this stupid comic book slump of garbage, crappy Marvel books from modern day, even there, Spider-Man is still tending to be towards the top of that list. The character is an evergreen property. But for some reason, they keep trying to change it up. And I don't get... The thing is, I could understand if the character had waned in popularity or you were trying to get a new generation of kids, but Spider-Man has always appealed to kids and adults alike. I mean, there's a reason why other superheroes only have toy lines when their movies come out, but Spider-Man has been a staple of your toy shelf since Mego. Always there. Always one of the first choices across the board. One of the first superhero video games went to Spider-Man. And for some damn reason, Marvel and Kevin Feige keep thinking that they can use Spider-Man to introduce new characters or because he needs to be elevated by something. Like they think the stock of Doctor Strange is going to elevate it. Now, it could make a great story. I'm on board with Doctor Strange crossing over. I'm also excited to talk about the fact over in the Doctor Strange film, this Mouth of the Multiverse, we're going to see Spider-Man. And there's this rumor that we're going to see the Spider-Verse. There's talks of Kirsten Dunst coming back right now. There's talks of possibly Tobey Maguire making a cameo because Sam Raimi's the director. There's all kinds of exciting things to talk about for Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, but the mentor thing really turns me off because at the end of the day, I just want him to be his own man. With great power comes great responsibility. That hasn't been uttered yet. That is the core value of the character. No other superhero has a fucking mantra like that. Truth, justice, and the American way, that's been changed. But great power, great responsibility, been the same almost for decades.
Yeah, and this really makes me think that that Spider-Man Coming On Home or whatever the fuck this one's going to be called is really not going to do well because you keep not focusing it on Spider-Man. No matter what it is, it's not the focus isn't on Spider-Man. And again, like you said, not only is he a staple that has transcended decades, but also we already know how good he is. And sometimes if something's not broke, stop trying to fucking fix it.
Yeah.
There's a reason why you brought J. Jonah back, and it's the same dude from the Raimi movies because that shit is good, and it's you don't need to change anything. You put a little hair on the back of his head, and it's still good old JJ. Like, and you keep doing this thing where he's discovering shit. He's been Spider-Man. Like for him, that's what pissed me off about Far From Home. Him. Realizing, I gotta do this on my own. I can't run from it. Bitch, you were already Spider-Man. It took you until a field trip and Jake Gyllenhaal not getting hit by a fucking satellite for you to be like, oh shit, I can't trust this guy. Like, there is something to be said about a kid who was fighting mobsters. Like that character would already know that.
Mm-hmm.
So you're bringing in these storylines where, the kids you're trying to bring in to watch this movie are like, oh, that's a fucking good lesson. Where everyone else is like rubbing their eyes playing, he would have already fucking known that. I mean, even in this universe, we were introduced to him catching a car on his back. So he wouldn't need the whole lesson of, if you can't be here without the suit, blah, 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 blah. The motherfucker's running around in fucking sweatpants and goggles. How is that kid need to be told? Oh, if you don't have the suit, like, come on, it's Spider-Man. There's a reason why, in his Rose Gallery, he's really good friends with Daredevil. There's a reason why, especially the difference between overall stories where people are talking about Spider-Man and the perspective from actual Spider-Man comics is a little bit different, where like you see him cutting jokes on the stories, but then when you're reading actual Spider-Man, he's a lot fucking wiser. Especially when he sees people doing shit, he'll say stuff like, "You don't know what this costs." We still haven't had that moment in these Spider-Man movies. Where it's clearly one of the greatest parts of his character is his fucking uncle dying is weighing so heavy on him. That's why Sam Raimi's first two movies were so goddamn good. It's a huge part of him. In this one, we haven't had that yet. How the fuck have we gone through two Spider-Man movies and we haven't had that conversation?
Mm-hmm.
He gets shot at and he keeps doing it because I didn't listen to my fucking uncle and my uncle is fucking dead. That's his character. That's why he goes and gets his ass beat and he's gotten shot. And why he and the Kingpin are at such fucking odds and fucking can't stand each other. And why him and Matt Murdock are such close friends because they both share that same overwhelming desire to do the right fucking thing. And it drives me fucking insane. And now we're going to have, here's another lesson that Doctor Strange, you mean the guy who just became the fucking wizard fucking 2 years ago, 2 years prior to this? That guy's going to teach Spider-Man something? Get the fuck out of here, dude. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, the thing is, if he's going to teach him the mystic arts, which is so dumb, like, Spider-Man's a street-level hero. The idea of him having all this technology, like, well, Jeff, he's a genius. He's also broke as shit.
Yes.
So he always relied on his ingenuity. You know what he had starting out? He made the web shooters. Then he introduced the spider signal, and then he had tracers, and that was about it for decades. He didn't need, it was such a better story when it's like, well, like everyone bitches about Bond. Well, the Brosnan ones, he just relies on a gadget and he saves the day. No, but it's the same thing. It's like if that's the argument you make about the Brosnan Bond flicks, then going on about how great Spider-Man is having all these gadgets, it's like, who funded that shit? Just because he's smart doesn't mean he's resourceful.
Right. Plus, Bond had the entire government behind him, and all that shit.
That's
true.
True.
Of course, he's gonna have those gadgets.
And again, that's the danger when you go in that direction for characters in film, right? Because when you rely on a gimmick for too long, you forget to actually shell out the character, and the audience just gets disconnected from that. So people who say that Brosnan only relied on the gadgets, or that any James Bond relied on the gadgets, didn't watch fucking James Bond. Because the gadgets would be in the film, but then the end of the film is him in a physical confrontation with the main bad guy, and he kills him. He doesn't use like a super go-go gadget punching arm to punch out the main bad guy. It's that you have this whole build-up of the film, and he uses gadgets here and them, and it's a cute little gimmick, and then they fight, and then he kills them.
Now, Mikey Gussler asks a super chat question. He says, just out of curiosity, what would you guys say to Mahler and Rags, who say it doesn't matter if it's accurate to the comic and judge the film by itself? Now, Mikey, I don't know if you had a chance to listen to the EFAP where Gary from Nerdrotic and I actually debated that on air, that exact topic, and you could go listen to that entirely in depth. I will, out of the best of my memory, I'm trying to recollect exactly what I said, but my thing is, if you're the argument trying to judge a film by itself basically tries to absolve it or shield it from criticisms of that. Because even if it's just a film by itself, I still would put it like a film like Far From Home or Homecoming lesser than the first two Spider-Man films. Even if I don't worry about the accuracy to the book and judge it by its film, I have an emotional connection to the characters. I watch actual adult human emotions, not a bunch of kids run around on screen and make stupid jokes. Like, the high school sucked for some people it was great for. I actually felt like that Peter Parker, the Tobey Maguire one, was going through shit. He was getting beat up. He was a nerd. He was dorky and dweeby. Andrew Garfield was too good looking and skateboarded and played basketball. Well, he didn't play basketball, but he did all the shit. He went up and kissed the valedictorian at his high school graduation. I mean, this is a power fantasy by the writers, not Spider-Man. And the same thing with Tom Holland. Well, Jeff, he's kind of broke. Yeah, but he's also in this great scientific school. He has a best friend. Like, the dude is supposed to be the ultimate loner. That's why even that nerdy chick in the first movie says, you can't sit next to me on the bus. Like, all of that shit. Basically, life is supposed to beat down on Peter Parker, and the Spider-Man is the escape for his character. So, I'm just saying, that's my short answer, Mikey. It's straight up, there are more emotions, and it's a better roller coaster of a ride than what I get from the very safe, samey, joke-filled. Look, and I get it. People really love the revelation that Michael Keaton's the Vulture. Awesome. That is a cool part. And I'll give you the part where Spider-Man's trapped under the rubble and he fights. It's a very iconic scene, but it's from the comic book too. So that kind of fights against Spider-Man number 32, I believe. So it's my argument too at the end of the day is, if you want to make a Spider-Man movie, make a Spider-Man movie. If you want to make some other weird high school film, go make that weird high school film like Sky High. Go make your own original characters. Don't cash in on the IP that millions of people have loved for over 50 years, going on 60 years, and then expect us to go, well, it's Spider-Man, so I have to like it. It's not. It's not Spider-Man, and therefore, why are you making this movie? So,
and just to piggyback off of that, because everything you just said is 100% accurate. You know, the reason why you don't judge it as a movie by itself is because if it's a movie by itself, that means it has to have a beginning, middle, and end that makes sense. Okay? So if you're copying after a comic book or a book or something, and you cherry pick shit out of it, as a film, there are going to be parts that don't make sense. For example, the fucking Fantastic Four film. One of the reasons, well, the one with what's her nuts and Ian Gruffin, and before he was Captain America specifically. One of the reasons why that felt so motherfucking out of place is because you've got fucking Mr. Fantastic dancing and chicks ask him about his dick size. Like, you're throwing in a random joke for a character that doesn't fucking do that.
Yeah.
Right? And when you pick and choose stuff out of the comic book, out of the source material, the film doesn't make sense. And in of itself, if the film doesn't make sense, even judging it as a film, it's not very fucking good. So you can't have your cake and eat it too, where it's like, hey, we got a movie based on this book, but we're judging it as a film and not as in relation to the source material. Where then, even as a film, that doesn't make any fucking sense. You know, like Jeff said, fucking Andrew Garfield. How is this dude walking around? He's a skateboarder and he's kind of charming and he's witty and he stands up to people. But the only difference between him being a hero and him not being a hero is just the spider bite. That's not Spider-Man. Peter Parker was a geeky little dude, and then he becomes Spider-Man, and slowly there's a whole story there. It was one reason why people keep reading the fucking comics. Andrew Garfield, you don't give a shit. You're like, who is this fucking asshole? Now he can slam dunk and break the fucking backboard, and I'm supposed to watch the sequel? Fuck no. Even as a movie, that sucks. So you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, no, like I if this is a movie without any source material and it was like out of somebody's head and they made it, it's fine. But the fact that you have source material and you have all these, you know, things you can go look back on and pull from, you can't you can't judge a movie just by that fact, because you're building it on top of something else. You can't just it already has a foundation of comics and fans and everything that you can't just be like, oh, we're just gonna pick and choose and it should be fun. People should get it. No, you can't fucking do that. There has to be some substance. There has to be as Dion said, a beginning, middle, and end that makes sense. And of course, you can put in little things that only fans know, little Easter eggs and shit like that. That's fun. But you have to, I think if it's a comic book movie that has that big of a following and that much history, you have to respect the source material. You have to put it in there, and it has to make sense. You have to have somebody who can write it, who can understand the material, who understands the character to the, in the best way possible, and can write something that is good. You can't just disregard. Comic book movies cannot be judged on the fact that they're just movies. They can be if they're. I mean, I personally don't think you can. Because I mean, if they fuck up the source material, that's on them because there's so much of it. Mm-hmm. We got that with Star Wars. Look what happened. Mm-hmm. Okay, they ignored the source material and look what happened. So,
and right. X-Men, you wrote, one of the reasons why, and it's not the reason, but it's one of the big ones, is you randomly make Professor X and Mystique adopt a brother and sister.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So they got away with it in the time travel one because the remainder of the movie was good. It still was weird as fuck, and even though it gave a doorway for Professor X to get to Mystique, to get her to not kill the guy, that worked for that one film. You go to the next film, you still have to eventually explain why she becomes part of the Mutant Brotherhood, and they couldn't do it. One of the reasons why Order of the Phoenix, that's fucking Harry Potter, why, the Phoenix one was so goddamn fucking bad is because, again, why the fuck is Mystique the leader of the X-Men? That doesn't make sense. We've seen the first one. She fucking poisons him in X2. How the fuck do you explain her being the leader of the X-Men to fucking trying to poison Professor X? That's a huge jump that you can't just explain away because it's a movie. Like, no, it's an established character. And now you've written her as his sister, essentially. Yeah. And they couldn't get out of that box. And it fucked the movie up.
Well, not just that. I mean, in the first, I think, 10 minutes of her being in the movie, she's like, why should it be called X-Men? It should be called X-Women. We're the ones saving all the dudes. I'm just like, all right, get fucked. I'm out of this theater.
Yeah.
I'm done. Yep. I quit.
Dude, X-Men, when they reboot that shit at the MCU level, just fucking adapt the 90s cartoon. Yes. No kids. Look, up until recently, the MCU's been cool about adult superheroes. Iron Man's in his 50s, or Robert Downey Jr. is at least. Like, and all those movies are billion-dollar, huge hit, grosses. I know the first two didn't make $1 billion by themselves, but subsequent, every Iron Man film, Avengers that he appeared in, I mean, that shit always brings in the bucks, but he's an older guy. Remember, that's where I think DC's making the mistake right now, is this obsession on youth, where like Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman are older characters. Wonder Woman's hundreds of years old, so she's timeless. But like, make her look about 30, not, Gal Gadot's a good choice.
Listen, can we get Helen Mirren to play on Wonder Woman? Can we get this to happen?
Oh God, is her last mission?
I don't think that would work.
She's just sassy in English the whole time.
I mean, if you're doing Kingdom Come, I'm not against that.
But isn't like the whole thing is like she doesn't age?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I honestly, I don't know anything about the character. So
that wouldn't work.
I just whipped that out there.
Really, really CGI, to euthanize her to get her to be like young.
God.
Yeah.
I want to euthanize her. Easy. Fuck.
What? That just means make younger, right?
Sure. We'll go with that. We'll go with that.
In this case, please.
Now, Jacob Kaiju chimes in with a super chat. Thank you. He says, rather Doctor Strange over Captain No Butt. Well, yeah.
You're the man, Dr. Coffin Nails. You mirror my sentiment, but also yeah, fucking Captain No Butt. It's like
that would be, dude. Like, I think Spider-Man would just be like, all right, fuck this shit, I'm out. I can't deal with your stuff. Yes, I get it. Be nice women, whatever. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Sorry, you just need to go fucking back to the 90s and just fuck off.
Dude, that would be like that's like a doomsday scenario. Spider-Man's new mentor is fucking Captain Marvel. I mean, I would start a riot for that shit.
Oh god, if that were to happen, like just push the red button and nuke us all, just because like it's over.
Yeah, just end it. Just end it. We're done. Yeah. We're done here. Let's fucking call it. We had a good run, folks. Look, 20,000 years or whatever it is of civilization. We've peaked and we have now nadered. Just end it.
Albatross Flight says, didn't they say that Captain Marvel was going to be Spidey's mentor? I may have heard something about that.
They said a lot of things.
They said that there was going to be a Captain Marvel too. Also, see how that shit turned out, right?
Yeah, they also said that she could be Thanos, but apparently, that didn't happen either. I mean, you had...
he headbutted her ass right out of the movie.
Yeah.
Sure did.
Scarlet Witch was the one like fucking, fucking the shit up real quick. Until he called on his ship, and then, yeah.
Then it got a little hairy.
Yeah.
It worked out in the end.
Now, Andrew Clark says, what if Tobey Maguire Spider-Man is Tom Holland's Spider-Man mentor? They could have a Spider-Verse via Doctor Strange. However, Doctor Strange is definitely better than Captain Marvel.
A spider-off.
A sproff.
Sproff. Hey, you ain't Spider-Man, I'm Spider-Man.
Hey man, that ain't me. I'm from Buffalo.
It's 2 hours of the two of them just pointing at each other in the Spider-Man costume while the theme plays on loop.
You know what it is? Hold on.
I'll watch that.
I know exactly. Hold on, I got it right here. I actually have a screenshot of the film. Dion, did you know I'm from the future?
Oh god.
Yeah, here's a screenshot of the new Spider-Verse film. This is what it is for 2 hours. It's just this. The meme of Spider-Man pointing at Spider-Man pointing at Spider-Man.
Well, I mean, they better not touch each other because then they'll just, evaporate.
Yeah, we've all seen Time Cop.
Paradox.
Don't try to get close.
Thank you, Dion. You got it.
Yep, my man. I got you. We world class up in this motherfucker.
Also, underrated movie. Fucking love it.
Dude, yeah. Talk about underrated movie. Van Damme with a mullet. Yes, please.
Being able to fucking time travel. Who gave that man a time machine? God damn it.
I don't know, but I'm glad they did.
I know.
Makes for
They
great
had a
entertainment.
shitty TV show for 2 seasons with that.
Oh my god. I still loved it.
It is.
Still
It
loved
was. It was okay.
Oh man. Fuck. Underrated. Kick his ass so hard.
You know what, Dion, we should do a series on Patreon where you just dub Van Damme films.
Oh God, yes, please.
Oh yes, I would 100%. I'd do it for the people. We need a new hero right now, and Dion's Van Damme may be up for the call.
I mean, we are going to do My Black Ass. So I mean, you will be people's hero very
It's
soon.
true.
And actually,
we'll just
James,
call
it
him
was
Dion
it was
Van Damme.
undiscovered country that happened in when James Kirk goes shoot him. No, shoot him, but close. You get an A for effort, James.
So at the end of the day, this is going to be kind of interesting. I mean, realistically, the way this film is setting itself up, it seems like it's going to be a lot like the Flash film. It's just going to have Ben Affleck and whatchamacallit, Michael Keaton. How am I blanking on the best Batman? But I'm wondering if this formula, which is going to be very similar across the board, will either work across the board for both companies. And if it doesn't, who do you think is going to have a better time with this? The Flash or the Doctor Strange crossover multiverse stuff?
I'm thinking the Flash just because of Flashpoint. They've got a little bit more of a stronger foundation to go off of because Flashpoint is just really, really fucking good. And then again, Marvel is still in this weird place where they're trying to find the tip of their spear. And, this Doctor Strange multiverse, while I think it'll be a good film, again, the shit with messing with Spider-Man and the push for Captain Marvel, they are going to trip over their own fucking feet. And, and DC's they're playing a little bit harder in the paint right now. They got a lot more to lose, so they're going to most likely, stick closer to Flashpoint, closer to what they know works.
Yeah, DC's been, of the two big companies, DC's the king of the multiverse crossover. I mean, Crisis on Infinite Earths back in 1985 is a great storyline that really did it well and then eventually streamlined. So I think if a company like Marvel, with all these years of the MCU and all these future plans that they kind of can't do, they need a Flashpoint, not a Flashpoint, excuse me, they need a Crisis on Infinite Earths equivalent, more so than DC. But I'm with you, Dion. I think DC will do it better because it's ingrained in their lore as opposed to Marvel, which, yeah, Marvel's had different universes, different timelines and stuff, but I mean, they're not as integral to DC, Marvel's history as they are DC. Marvel really got into this, I'd say, during the all new, all different, the post Miles Morales era. That's when they really leaned heavily into alternate versions across the board, and it's just too much. Like, I know people think, oh, fans have watched comic book movies for decades, they'll buy into anything after Guardians of the Galaxy, but there was a linear storytelling that they stuck with the entire time. Once they do all multiple universes and this and that, I'm afraid you're going to get something akin to Interstellar with Marvel characters, and I don't know if that'll work.
Right.
So there's another rumor floating around about Kirsten Dunst being part of the film. Do you think that they're going to, if let's say all these casting choices, these rumors are true, do you think we're going to get honeydicked where we get really into a certain point of the movie, but because of what it is, it's going to jump to the next timeline or universe, and basically people are going to get excited seeing the old shit and then realize that it was better before, and they're going to get upset?
Probably.
That's a
That would be
multi-layered
hilarious.
question right there. That's a lot to unpack in that one. It's very possible. A lot of cases, that's exactly what it is. It's just them for a very quick cameo, and then they go to the next universe or whatever. But I I can see them at least knowing well enough to give them long enough without showcasing how much better the previous films were. So, if anything, they're probably going to... they won't have her be the Mary Jane from Raimi's film. She'll be a version of Mary Jane that's just different enough. She might even... my guess is they're going to have her, talk like how they envisioned her talking in the 80s with the whole, tiger shit. So they'll change it just enough to where it doesn't remind you how much far superior Sam Raimi's Spider-Man is, but it'll be changed enough to the point where you're like, yeah, she's Mary Jane. Yeah, that's good. He's fucking Spider-Man. So we'll see. I actually hope your scenario happens because that'd be fucking awesome.
Marvel, Sony, Disney, just give me a call. I'm ready to help with Spider-Man. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
Well, I mean, we do have the wonderful Zendaya being Mary Jane in the current Spider-Man movies, so I mean, hell, I'll still take Emma Stone over fucking Zendaya right now. So
shows you how far we've fallen.
Yeah. It's like she's not a lot to look at, but at least she's kind of somewhat accurate to the character. Yeah, we'll take her. It's fine. Because Zendaya's just fucking insufferable from the first movie she was. Right. No, she was like her character's fucking insufferable from the first movie. She's like, "Fuck you," and like she's like this little grungy girl or whatever. And I'm just kind of like, who would want to be around you or date you? You're just like a bitch, and you're just constantly just a constant. Once again, a constant bitch. I was like, there's nobody wants to talk to you or be around you or anything. The only reason your name is Mary Jane is because of a writer, and the only reason you and Spider-Man are together is because of writing and the way the comic book's supposed to go. Kind of like it's fucking horror. Oh my god.
Oh Lord,
Jesus!
Oh my God!
It's time.
Clearly,
it's the perfect transitional photo. So, folks, I don't know if you guys put like this for the audience out there listening on iTunes and Stitcher and Podbean. Thank you very much. We're about to do a visual segment for those watching currently on the podcast. You can come find us here on YouTube, World Class Bullshitters, across the board, if you want to see this segment at the 1 hour, 30-minute mark. But for those watching in the chat, we're about to go down an interesting rabbit hole for just a moment. So there has been this weird obsession with face morphing actors, movies, all this stuff, to making them fat. So let's see. Let's just check out the fat Avengers real quick, shall we? So we have we have fat Spider-Man. He's never looked worse.
Yeah, he's gonna start needing to take the tax share busting out all the crimes that are happening. That webbing it.
Oh
Jesus!
Oh God!
He's my favorite one.
A lot of Burger King.
He's back on the sauce.
He did eat a lot of Burger King, Kendo.
He had too many donuts.
This one makes me sad too.
Oh come on! Oh, why'd y'all have to do that to him?
Now this one I've already seen before. Fat Thor is not a big deal anymore. But we've never seen Fat Loki.
Oh God! It's like he works in IT.
Randomly fucking He uses his magic to pop up in fucking sweet shops.
and to constantly be thin.
Up next we have Fat Black Widow.
Oh, come on.
But don't worry, Dion. She's not alone. There's also Fat Scarlet Witch.
That one doesn't bother me so much.
I mean, if her ass is bigger too, I mean, I'm okay with that. So.
Now look, we love to keep couples together. So with Fat Wanda, there has to be Fat Vision.
Oh God.
He's a robot. How would that work?
I don't know. Don't ask those questions, Kendo. Just roll with it.
Too much motor oil. I don't know. What do you want?
It looks like a fucking tomato.
That's not how it works.
And then finally, Captain Marvel.
Oh, God.
That
Talk
just
about a
seems
Karen.
appropriate.
Talk about a Karen. Yes.
Holy shit, dude.
If her hair was just a few multiple different colors, you'd get it. You'd be like, yeah, that fits. That is fitting.
There's a reason why when Silk Spectre says, "I'm a hero, god damn it," she's a fat cunt. And here we are with You imagine her saying that. You imagine Captain Marvel saying that. I'm a hero, goddammit. Like, no, ma'am, you're still 7th in line. Please get back in your place.
Oh God, I almost want to put that on our Twitter and tag her in it and see what happens.
Oh, we'll get her. It was just her birthday. We'll get said we're harassing Brie Larson.
True, because God damn, that's hilarious.
Now, Makini 90 says this reminds.
Dion killed Kendo. I'm done.
I broke him, ladies and gentlemen. I broke him.
Oh God. Oh shit. That was right here, Jess. You see her? She's just a fat.
That was originally gonna be one of our word games. What was it? I didn't.
She's a.
Honestly, it was the original one for this week. I'm going to save it for after hours because I don't want to get slapped with anything from YouTube being stupid, but replace one word in a band's name with cunt. So that was the original word game for this week.
Captain Fat Cunt. I got to take a walk.
Makini 90 says, this reminds me of those articles that would fat up female video game characters because they were unrealistic. You know, Makini 90, I love when they do these for humor, but when they're trying to use them to promote a message about body positivity, I roll my eyes because these are really physically active people. If you're that physically active, like Captain America is running miles every morning. There's no way that dude has any body fat on him. Thor is a god. I mean, come on. There's so many different scenarios why these characters, like Lara Croft, why would there be a fat Lara Croft? She runs around climbing tombs and raiding them.
Yeah, how's she supposed to jump? How's she supposed to be able to jump the gaps? She wouldn't. She'd like land right in the pit of spikes the first try.
Tank control wouldn't be the only problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, Makini 90, I'm with you. I hate those kind of articles. This is always just for good fun, but this realistic representation like that is like, look, when you go watch a movie with The Rock, it's like, oh, he's got one leg. Wouldn't he have whatever? No, I don't want to watch. You don't want to watch. Nobody watches Dad Bod Rock. Nobody watches Dad Bod any of this shit. It's like they're superheroes.
Listen. Skyscraper was almost an acceptable movie. Okay,
I turned it off, dude, and I love The Rock.
No, oh God, oh God.
Yeah, dude, it was this is really dumb. Dwayne, you're not that kind of actor. Stop. It's so weird too because he's one of those actors that he was famous early in his life as a wrestler, but like his movie career took off like massively as he got a little older. So like it's weird watching them trying to cast him with kids. It's like you went from like young action star to disappearing for a minute, and now you're still the older action star with kids. It's such a weird dynamic to see him go to like soccer games in the Fast and Furious and shit. I just never no, he's such like his own thing, like David S. Pumpkins, that it makes very little sense to try to turn him into what doesn't work.
Yeah, and also we need Hobbs and Shaw 2 and 3. We need those.
I mean, Fast and Furious 9's going to space, so anything's possible.
That's true.
I gotta watch Hobbs and Shaw.
I do too. I haven't seen it.
I really loved it. I've seen it a couple times now, and I just think it's fucking hilarious.
Seeing Roman Reigns in it made me be like, you know what? I'm not watching this.
He says like 5 words in total, and he's only.
I know, but he did the whole.
He should.
Yeah, exactly. He did the whole ooh-ah thing. I was like, yep, I'm not watching that movie. I see that shit too much already.
It's basically The Rock and Jason Statham trying to not kill each other, and it's funny as hell. Listen,
I was on board. We talk about how a trailer can fuck somebody over. I was on board for that. The whole thing when they're in the jail, he goes, "I'm going to beat you like a Cherokee drum." I was like, "That's a good fucking line. That's a nasty line." And then they fucking show him going to his house. Hey, mama, we need our guns. And then they all like, we get it. Fucking they're goddamn Samoan. We get it. And just Roman Reigns. I was immediately like, I'm done. I'm out. I'm not fucking seeing this shit. It's the fucking Royal Rumble all over again.
The Samoan thing is still like the main storyline for Roman Reigns.
Dude,
right now.
I watched that fucking match like an idiot. Yep.
I did too.
Yeah. They finally turn him heel. They finally make him the bad guy. And why is he the bad guy? Because
I'm the chief.
He wants to be the tribal chief of the Usos. It's like, what?
Yeah, that pissed me off.
You guys were born in like Florida and California.
Yeah, you guys were wannabe gangsters. We've seen your fucking pictures with the oversized T-shirts and the chains. You were a fucking
bro. Give him a break.
Exactly what I'm saying. You're like me. You weren't giving a shit about no goddamn chief bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. I'm the chief.
Yeah.
Oh, that pissed me
Call
off.
me the tribal chief. It's like
if that storyline ends with The Rock versus
Dude, don't even. Dude,
Roman
don't
Reigns.
do it.
I'm there. It's the greatest WrestleMania main event ever.
You know he's not going.
Roman Reigns, I quit watching wrestling forever.
I don't.
You know it's
I
not gonna
don't.
happen.
We don't need the Royal Rumble all over again. I
Kendo,
can't do it.
I made that promise to all my friends. If John Cena beats The Rock at WrestleMania 28, I will quit watching wrestling forever. Thank God he didn't lose, because I was ready to make that commitment.
Well, not that year.
Yep.
I was like, dude, I'll do it.
I mean, the once in a. Yeah, I was gonna say you got the once in a lifetime where The Rock won, but then we got twice in a lifetime. You know, the year after that, and then we've yet to see thrice in a lifetime. But
I don't want to.
No, who does? Nobody does.
Vince does.
Seriously,
he does.
I'm sure Vince has moved on from the cream dream of those two to the Roman Reigns Rock cream dream, or Roman Reigns and anybody cream dream at this point. But I'm telling you this: if they drag The Rock out of retirement and drag his ass to Tampa Bay next year, because they've already reneged on the whole fucking goes Hollywood thing, and they're going back to Tampa Bay.
It bothers me because I'm literally 20 minutes from the stadium. I'm like, I can sleep in my own bed and go to WrestleMania. That's a dream. Thanks,
I'd be pissed too.
Yep.
Yeah. No, but they're going to go back. Well, Vince has already paid for the pirate ship and all the other bullshit that went with it. He's like, I ain't fucking wasting. We're going
back. I still haven't got my WrestleMania refund.
Dude.
Yeah. So if they drag him out,
I'm about to fight Ticketmaster.
I will join you. I've already quit watching wrestling, but I will just
every time you turn it on, they do something dumb. Every time you turn it on, they do something dumb. And I turned it on to watch that goddamn match. I was like, why the fuck did I do this?
Didn't Vince just want to get, like, recently got into the whole Twitch thing? He wanted to take money from Twitch from the wrestlers now, or something like that?
They need
any third party stuff.
Yeah, they're doing that.
Yeah, so.
That's bullshit. Xavier Woods' YouTube channel is better than his. Well, he's a good wrestler. I'll give him that. I like him. But his up, down, down channel is entertaining to watch.
Yep. Plus, he gets hurt all the goddamn time.
Zack Ryder's was great, too. Oh, by the way, Kendo, Jacob Kaiju says, Vision can control his mass.
Well, he should have controlled it a lot better when Thanos was about to pull his fucking forehead off. He should have swelled up, but he didn't. Now, did he? He was all like, oh, I'm a robot, and I'm trying to bang the Scarlet Witch. Oh, fuck, he's ripping out my fucking third eye. And now the world is screwed. Good job.
I'll never be a Scientologist again.
And nothing of value was lost that day.
Plus, and he's not, he controls his mass, but he's not like, Fat Captain Marvel where she like blows up and stuff. He stays the same shape. He just gets really heavy or super light.
Shit. Maybe that's why Scarlet Witch is with him, because he controls mass, but he could probably focus it in one specific area.
Whoa! That might not have been a super spicy meatball, but that was a little heavy on the heat right there. She's a gold digger.
Chin music, but
I knew you couldn't trust that Scarlet Witch bitch. She ain't in there for his personality.
Well, hopefully he's got a good control on it, because he could fucking rip her in half. Like, oh shit, split her open. Fuck.
Listen, apparently he
doesn't. You got
doesn't.
Black Widow's phone number. She handled the Hulk in that GIF.
That's the best one ever. Oh my god, dude! Hulk smash. Our friend. He says Fat Marvel looks like she rides a scooter in Walmart.
Probably. These are supposed to be 10 for 10. Like, oh my god, ma'am.
I want to speak to your manager.
Oh, thank you, Karen. Did you guys see that picture on social media this week? Spirit Halloween has a Karen end cap, and you can get
on a shirt.
My god.
Yes.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Actually, the one site I was on, it went through all these like copywritten costumes that weren't copy that had other names for them that weren't like the correct one. Like Star Wars ones are not the particular Star Wars name, but they're like sexy girl costumes with like Like the sexy Chewbacca costume for women. Like there's a whole thing. I don't know. I might make it into a Patreon video. We might. I'm not sure. It's really funny stuff. It's really good stuff.
We also have our friend 007 Cloud who says, I hope Dr. Ironboy uses his new magic to make himself as a man. Hopefully also makes himself Tobey Maguire and replace that shitty people around him besides Marissa. Also make MJ actually hot.
Yeah, because she's insufferable and ugly. So,
and she's supposed to be a supermodel. I'm all on board of,
because the first time they show her in the first trailer, she's kind of like half sleeping, half awake with some drool on her face. She's like, who the fuck are you? I'm just like, and she's supposed to be MJ. It's like, I don't want to bang her. No, thank you. No, huh?
I think of Mary Jane Watson as the supermodel from, I think it's Amazing Spider-Man 300, where they get a brand new apartment and Peter's kind of bummed out about something. So she's like, hey, let's take some private shots for our collection. Like Mary Jane was a cool character for years. It's fucking...
Wait, hold up. She took some like some she took pictures just for him, I guess, is what you're saying?
Yeah, like with him. She's like, take your camera, and she took
the boudoir.
Yeah, the boudoir. See, that's the kind of girlfriend you want.
Dude, he wifed it, so he made a good choice.
There you go.
Happy anniversary. Here's some naked pictures of me. All right.
oh, by the way, I'm Zendaya.
Hey, my friends call me MJ. Shut up, bitch.
Go make avocado toast. Shut the fuck up.
007 Cloud says, creepy how the suits in the MCU love Holland. Maybe he can use his magic to recast Captain Marvel and bring back Black Widow to smash. LOL.
Smart.
Oh god, it's sad. It's sad when the adult parodies are better storylines than fucking Marvel does. You know?
Yeah.
We come up with better storylines than Marvel does.
It's true.
It's very true.
Let's see. So, what else is on the docket for tonight? Only I know that, so why am I asking the chat? I've lost my place. Anyway, Hunter Dvorak did say that nothing beats Undertaker and HBK matches. Dude, I got to be there for all the WrestleMania ones, all two of them. Excellent matches. Maybe the best match I ever saw live was Undertaker HBK #1 in 2009. Dion, remember when I came back from Texas and I'm like, dude, and you're like, dude, you saw that live.
Yes.
Like, you need to go to WrestleMania with me.
Yes, dude. That's a hard one to beat up. That definitely was a seed in the mind to definitely go, because especially 25, that match was fucking textbook, dude. It was amazing.
Hell, even when I went with the first time with you guys to Florida, like you saw, I got to see his entrance like right next to us, right there, and I was like, "Damn, this is awesome."
Yeah, man. There's something else.
I did remember what our transition was. Thank you, folks in the chat. They knew better than I did for once. So now, in the spirit of Halloween, let's talk about this next topic. Sorry, I was having a Reese's peanut butter cup, so I am in the spirit of Halloween. Amazon had that day.
It better be a pumpkin shaped one. God damn it. Okay.
I'll send you pictures off air.
Okay.
So Halloween, it's a time of drinking and partying and costumes and all that great shit. But I noticed this. This is just something I found interesting, how they're promoting the new 2020 Ghostbusters costumes, and all the female Ghostbuster costumes are based on the original film. I didn't see any of these Ghostbusters 2016 costumes. It's an empowering movie for women. They're not even marketing it towards women. It's like, hey, women and little girls to dress up as Ghostbusters? Awesome. Have them dress up like Dan Aykroyd. It just is another failure. I mean, look, this is the original Ghostbusters right here.
Yeah.
Not the stupid bright orange caution tape bullshit that's in the new movie. Just straight up the original. I thought it was so funny. It's another situation where it's like this movie is a dark mark on in it because it exists. Like it'll never ever recover. This is the movie that, you know, they say you shouldn't punch down, this and that. This is that movie where it's already in the dirt. You keep punching down. You never let people forget how terrible it is, and you always take cheap shots at Ghostbusters 2016 because it is the most heinous offender of any film in history, even over The Last Jedi. And yes, I'm saying that The Last Jedi is garbage. Ghostbusters is even worse.
Yeah, and I remember going to DragonCon after those years, and I kept seeing women dressed up as Ghostbusters, and it was always the old '80s Ghostbusters. It was never the new ones. I still remember seeing like at least 5 or 6 females, while I was walking through DragonCon, dressed in old school Ghostbuster costumes, not the 2016 one, never. So if they're making the effort to go to these conventions and dress like that, especially in Atlanta heat, and they're doing the old 80s ones, come the fuck on. You know, that says something right there.
Oh yeah. It's telling. I know we always use the merchandise as a signpost, a marker, if you will, but folks, the merchandise of everything across the board is always indicative of what is really popular. Because, and like somebody in our chat said, and this is a great comment, you can spend $12 to see a movie, but you can spend $400 in an afternoon buying merchandise. We've all been there. Nick is over the fucking moon about his Friday the 13th box set. Nick, how many Friday the 13th pieces of merchandise do you own?
God, so fucking many. So many signed, so many unsigned, just all kinds of stuff. I think I even have a Predator mask with the Jason Voorhees mask, thing on it. Like I have so many fan art things as well. Like I have so much stuff, man. It's insane. But also, like look at Spirit Halloween. Every year they release a new Ghostbusters item or whatever, a new thing. Like I think last year was the walkie-talkie that you could get. Mm-hmm. They have the ghost trap. They have the PKE meter. They have all this stuff. Like they even have the goggles that you can get. And there are tons. And like I think it was Ghostbuster News or whatever. I think they're on YouTube and Instagram. They're always releasing this stuff and all the toys and everything, all the news about it. And I try to follow them about it. But if these companies are investing this much money into the old stuff, what does that tell you? They're constantly into it. And, there are all these groups wanting to build the old backpacks, not the new ones. I mean, come on.
Dude, Hasbro themselves just bought the Ghostbusters line last year and released a ton of toys. Venkman, all of that shit. Look, I just picked up a Louis Tully. We didn't even talk about Rick Moranis getting punched on the streets of New York. What'd you guys think of that?
That's some bullshit.
That was they should have whooped that dude's ass. I don't give a fuck.
Want to whoop his ass.
No, man.
Touch Ricky.
Don't fucking don't fuck with him, man. He sees, we just saw him in the nice Ryan Reynolds commercial. He might get into acting. Hopefully, we see him as a cameo in the new Ghostbusters. Who knows? But come on, man.
International treasure. You don't fuck with him.
Yeah, he's like Betty White. Don't fuck with him.
That's right.
Shit, nothing can fuck with Betty White, dude. She beat 2020 almost. I shouldn't jinx it.
Hey, don't say anything yet, goddammit.
Let's go, Betty.
Don't say anything yet, goddammit. Easier, right?
TLJ Screwjob has an excellent question. WCBS stable has split. Now tag teams. Who wins?
I mean, that's easy.
If Dion and I team
book
up,
that right now.
Book it.
So obviously, it's Jeff and Dion versus Nick and myself because that's the natural order of the way it would break. And right as the bell rings, Nick steps into the ring. I grab a chair. And everyone's like, oh, shit, they're fucking hell-bent for leather here. I chair shot Nick, turn heel, and walked out.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Love you too, asshole. Then I just team up with Dion and Jeff.
Bro. Nobody would see that coming, bro.
Well then I just team up with Jeff and Dion, and all three of us come for your ass.
It's fine. And I'm a sneaky little bastard, and I will be able to evade you and, set traps.
I've always considered us like Evolution. Like when we go to the Fandom Menace meetups and stuff, we are going to enter to the Evolution theme. I just need to decide if I'm going to get a title belt to match.
I dig it.
Okay, so then let's book us as Evolution. There you go.
So you're Ric Flair.
Yes. Woo!
Kendo, I would think of you as Orton.
I'll take it. He's from St. Louis.
That's why I picked it. Nick, you'll get Batista.
Sure, why not?
I'll take Triple H.
That's
there
fine.
You go.
Batista's got a pretty decent movie career going on right now. It's all good.
Dude, if you're Batista, you have a fantastic movie career going on.
You were in Bond, motherfucker. What you mean pretty decent?
Yeah. And everybody wants to know how big is Batista's dick, so they're always talking about you.
I forgot. Thank you for reminding me about that. I fucking forgot.
Oh my God. I love being able to talk about wrestling. Thanks, folks. I know somebody else earlier in the week was like, Jeff, why don't you guys talk about wrestling? We acknowledge that most of the audience doesn't know or love it the way we do, so we keep it to a minimum, but every once in a while, we bust out a little wrestling knowledge and have a fuckload of fun. So when the world goes back to normal, Kendo, we'll bring back Ring Rust or whatever we called our wrestling show.
I don't know, but those last couple videos were fucking ace. I will say this. How about this? Contest time. Photoshop meme us in a wrestling stable.
Yes. Please do.
Yeah, I know, man.
100%.
So there you go,
Yeah,
guys.
definitely.
The meme of the week contest going up to next Thursday. Make us a stable. There's lots of them to choose from. You got the NWO. Yes, there's Guardians of My Black Ass. I still don't know how I feel about being Gamora.
I'll be honest. I wanted to share this at the opening of the show, but I forgot who sent this one in. If you're in the chat, please let us know.
That looks so good.
That was
It does.
so
It
awesome.
really does.
That was so
kind of looks
fucking
a little bit like Blade, just a little bit.
That's what I was thinking too. I got the Blade feel with a laser gun. Thank you. Fuck yes.
I like that I am Groot.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I was like, Jeff is Groot,
I am Jeff.
and I am actually Batista back there.
Yeah.
It worked. I still don't know how I feel about being Gamora.
I don't know if you guys caught this, but how do I feel about being Gamora?
It's like I don't know which part unsettles me more: the fact that I'm supposedly going to be having sex with my friend Dion, or the fact that my dad is going to fucking throw me off of a mountain. I can't really wrap my head around which part is more distressing.
Listen, us being Coos Bros makes more and more sense with this poster.
That's fine, but at the end of the day, my dad is still going to fucking throw me off of a mountain to conquer the universe. And I still don't know how I feel.
You don't have to sleep with Dion in the first movie, dude. You're safe.
Oh, okay, good. And I haven't been thrown off a mountain yet. Got it.
No, this is a one and done film. This is like oh god, what's a good one and done superhero flick?
Blank Man.
Blank
There you
Man.
go.
I went for Daredevil. I'm like, Daredevil's not that great. Anyway, no. Don't worry, you're officially that. And folks, if you're in the chat and you made this meme, please let us know.
And please, and please keep making my Black Ass posters. We fucking love them.
Those
We
are
do.
awesome.
We really do.
Yeah, Ninja Lawyer Steve, I think, sent in some more. I have to check those out. It's been a weird week, so I haven't looked at all the emails yet. But
Anytime you play to the ego, you're at an advantage.
yeah, pretty much.
You see, Dunkosaurus Rex said that we should be the LWO.
Oh, dude.
I got it on our wand ears.
No, those are the Mexicals, Kendo.
The best.
Oh, yeah,
I'm Eddie. I'm Eddie.
Oh god.
Latino World
I'm
Order,
Hoovy.
for sure.
I just want to be somebody that's still alive and not broke.
I think Hoovie's still alive and not broke. Maybe.
I just think of when The Rock's like, some jabroni named Hoovin, dude.
I was just gonna say, dude. I was listening. I can't remember whose podcast it was, but they were talking about. I think it was Wrestling with Regret, and how randomly Hoovy was trying to be The Rock. And, I hadn't thought about that since I was a fucking teenager, and I remember, being a kid back then. And just being like, and that was one reason I was so anti-WCW, was fucking Hoovy trying to do The Rock. And he's not even just doing it well, he's even saying jabroni. And oh my God, that was so goddamn funny. I was sitting in my car laughing my black ass off because the idea, because Hoovy's fucking what, 5'9"?
Yeah, he's not a big dude.
5'9" Mexican cruiserweight trying to be the 6'4" Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Oh my God. That might be the funniest dumb shit that wrestling has ever seen that's under the radar. Because, oh my God. And then The Rock still murders him on TV. Ugh. Fuck. Wrestling can be so weird.
It can be. It can very well be. But yeah, no, make us a stable. Go ahead. There's so many. Except for the Blue World Order. Don't make us that.
I mean, you don't want to be Stevie?
It'd be like 4 of us as the Blue Meanie. I don't think it would work out.
Plus, it's like, which one of us gets racked in the face by JBL?
That's true.
Well, dude, remember JBL got his comeuppance with that fucking chair shot.
He did.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. The chair shot heard around the world, ladies and gentlemen.
That's a top 5 chair shot, seriously.
Agreed.
Like, I think my number 1 chair shot is the Jericho Benoit ladder match.
Oh my God! When Benoit is diving through the ropes and Jericho just winds up like he's got a fat curveball just to hit 450 feet, and you can see the CTE developing in his brain the second that chair lands. You're like, oh my God, this guy's gonna murder his family.
Whoa! Ooh! That one hit close to home. That one hit close to home. Listen, anyone that doesn't say that Rock Mankind handcuffs behind the back and it's like number 12 when Mankind's bent over and the Rock just whops him on the back of the head. That's number 1 for me. That one is so fucking uncomfortable. It's so cringe-inducing, and then you laugh because the Rock's wearing a fucking tracksuit. Oh, yep.
Here's the one for those wondering, folks. Wham! Right in the fucking...
Oh my god!
Look, at this chair shot changes the dude's trajectory.
Yeah.
We're never gonna try to convince you that wrestling's real. We know wrestling's scripted, but that's a real chair shot.
Yeah, dude, that was stiff as fuck. You could hear that some bitch reverberate.
How do you fake velocity?
You don't.
You don't. You just don't.
Bill Nye called. He said you don't.
And before the match, those two were sitting there. They were drawing that spot out, and Benoit, being the person he was, probably said, "Fucking lay it in and make it look good."
God.
Knowing full, and then he hits the ropes, knowing full well he's about to have his brain smacked into his spine, and he's like, "Fuck it, do it,
Do it for the fans."
Wolverine.
yeah."
Wrong movie, Chris. God damn it, he's already fucked up.
I gotta say though, that Rock Mankind I Quit match is probably one of the most brutal matches ever.
Yeah,
100%.
That one turns from holy shit, this is insane to he's literally killing him on live TV, and I feel terrible for his family.
Do you want to hear something?
Dr. Coffinail's velocity is a cold bitch.
Thanks, Dr. Coffinails. Dion, I know this is wrong, but as a kid, I used to love the I Quit match because The Rock won the title. I didn't care what he did to Mankind.
Was that the one where like it was a pre-recorded thing from?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I remember that one a lot because I was just like, that doesn't sound like he's saying it.
Boys,
that
spoiled a
was
21-year-old wrestling match.
yeah, yeah. That was pre-recorded, like, you could tell because I was watching that pay-per-view. I was like, that's not actually him saying it, but he did just kill his head. And
Yeah,
Jesus
dude.
Christ.
That
Mick's
was
going to
so
wake up and
bad.
think it's 1986.
Seriously. And then Mick was like, yo, my wife almost made me quit wrestling that night.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, like that was how bad it was. And The Rock had to like explain it to Foley's kids and shit. Because, they...
Hey, kids, we were just putting on a show. I'm sorry I beat your fucking dad's head in with a chair.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I hit your dad in the head so many times. He thinks you're someone else's fucking kids.
Yeah, there's a reason he named you after Disney characters so he wouldn't forget.
Yeah.
Simba and Pocahontas.
And he took his kids to Disney World like the next day. He's walking around with concussions, not even knowing his name, and he's like, "Of course, I'll take you to Splash Mountain, Dewey."
We've been to Splash Mountain 3 times, Dad. What the fuck?
Like, holy shit, that's Mick Foley. And he's turning looking, where? Oh, God, I want to get a picture with that guy. No, that is you, Mick. That you are Mick Foley. I am?
Hey, Dad, let's get some ice cream. Yeah, Benny, let's get some ice cream. Hey, does anyone else smell toast?
Yeah. Oh, God, my head hurt. What did I do last night?
Oh.
You had too much to drink. That is what happened.
Your head definitely wasn't being caved in with a chair.
Let's see. Our friend McKinney90 says it could be worse. Demasculinize Iron Boy even more is by. Sorry, I can't even read this one. Demasculinize Iron Boy even more of a way is to force Kamala Khan or Cindy Moon. I had to look up Cindy Moon.
Jeff, do you smell toast?
Yes, it's delicious. Jesse,
Oh God!
You making toast? Then I'm dying. Sorry, folks. It's
Oh
all right.
shit!
That's just a stroke talking. He'll be okay.
McKinney90, it could be worse. I'm not opposed to Doctor Strange and Spider-Man teaming up. I just don't think Spider-Man.
Listen, the worst movie would be Captain Flatass, Kamala Khan, and another female there as well. Captain. Hold on. Fucking Iron Man's wife there as well. Like just kind of teaching him stuff. Pepper Potts, thank you. Pepper Potts. Yeah. They're all three that are going to be his mentor. Like that'd be fucking awful to watch.
Hey, as long as there are some vagina-scented candles there burning when Pepper Potts is talking to little Peter about how he can be a great hero even though his mentor is dead, I think that movie could be okay.
Go Goop.
Listen, don't mention those candles, man. That's the start of the fire in California.
Somebody was out on the campfire and like, hey guys, I know it'll really fucking make this party sizzle. I got right here some vagina scented candles. This is what's gonna make this place great. And next thing you know, half of fucking California is burned down. Oh, thanks, Gwyneth. Your snatch has destroyed a state.
That is, dude, you know that's not what happened. What happened was somebody accidentally lit one of those candles, and they thought, this smells terrible, so they started a forest fire to get rid of the smell. Because nobody
threw it out there. Like, oh, God! Throws like a hand grenade through the forest.
What does your candle smell like? Cold cuts?
It's like, God damn it, this chick's on keto. Get it out of here.
I love the smell of beef curtains in the morning.
She must be vegan all the time. Why does it smell funny?
Slammin' salmon has a whole new meaning, Kendo.
Oh, totally. I'll never be able to watch that movie twice again. Like, oh God.
007 Cloud, he says, only way Homecoming can be seen as good is if you isolated it from everything good Spidey comics in the Raimi trilogy. It's an objectively good movie, it's well made and works, but it doesn't reach the same heights as the Raimi trilogy nor the lows of the Garfield movies. It's just okay. I think that's a good assessment, honestly. To me, it falls in the middle between, like, I'm always going to go Spider-Man 2, then 1. I even like Into the Spider-Verse pretty much. It's not the best Spider-Man movie, and you guys definitely know how I feel about Miles Morales after watching today's video. By the way, folks, do check out today's video. I tried something new in terms of a format, so I liked it. I'd like to know what you guys think. A lot of the comments are just about the content of the video. Thank you very much for always listening to what we say and, you know, having a conversation with us. But I would like to know what you guys think of the new presentation. I built a virtual living room, and there's a couple Easter eggs in there too, but it's a way to get around showing video clips. Plus, I thought it looked pretty damn cool. So if you liked it, let me know. But yeah, 007 Cloud, I do agree with your assessment how it's kind of just in the middle, you know? I honestly think Far From Home is a better movie than Homecoming. I left Far From Home semi-happy. And yes, it has a lot to do with the J. Jonah Jameson stuff. And of the Marvel stuff, that's kind of the only one where I'm semi-curious what's going to happen next. And I keep hearing more and more and more about what's coming next. And if it's good, I'll admit that it's good, but I'm allowed to have reservations.
Absolutely.
Jacob Kaiju says, hey, Kendo, could you be the Pascamore who hates Space Lord from the end of Endgame?
I don't know, man. I really like Dion. I don't know. You know, next time I see him, I come rolling up. I'm not gonna be like, "Hey guys, I'll fuck him." I'm not. It's not. I don't know if I can do that. You know, go way back. I got history and shit.
Man.
TLJ Screwjob, you are a hero. He says Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt in Dion's black ass.
Well,
I can dig. I can dig.
You're half right.
Yeah.
Scott Skio 2 also says, pounded in the black ass by my own black ass.
Oh shit.
Oh my god. TLJ Screwjob one-ups TLJ Screwjob just one-up Scott Skio 2 by saying pounded in my black ass by sentient donuts.
Oh.
What?
Yeah. You're not gonna get those at your regular bakery.
No, only available at Lard Lad.
Just don't look. Just don't look.
Half-ass pod, thank you very much. He says Orton versus Foley Backlash 04 was one for me as a kid. Dude, that match is legendary.
That is brutal.
Yep, that's a good one.
That's is one of the. If you don't respect Randy Orton after that match, you're just never going to be an Orton fan. That
classic Foley trying to put young guys over too. Like, you know, we need to build Orton as a psychopath. You know what, Randy? Just kick me in the head. I'm going to go down these fucking stairs.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Orton, brutalize that old man. He won't know what's happening. He's numb from like most of his waist down. The Rock did it to him when he hit him in the head with the chair 38 times. Okay.
I did it for the people. Now, Adrian Vergara chimes in and says, Stone Cold bashing the APA over their heads when they ran at him. LOL.
That's just funny. That was just funny. Like, hey, we're the APA. We're incredibly stupid. And Stone Cold Steve Austin, I got something for you, bitch. Just whopping them in the fucking head. Fucking hilarious.
Canadian Spider-Man, yes, to be politically correct, The Rock should hit a woman in the head with a chair. Well, put it like this. There's a very famous segment where China hits the Rock. And in today's day and age, he would just kind of look at her and somebody else would attack him. But back in the day, he looked at her, he looked at his sunglasses on the ground, he looked at her and he punched her right in the mouth.
That's called equality, sir.
That's right.
That's what that is. You hit me, I hit you.
Yeah. Bikini90 says what you're saying is her vag candles are cherry flavored. That is why Oregon had red sky. Was California orange flavored?
No, that was this Chris Martin from Coldplay, orange creamsicle flavored.
God.
Jacob Kaiju says Dion in the Black Ass Rises.
I can dig
There
it.
you go. Dion and the Black Ass trilogy.
I mean, we want to make 10 films with him in it, so we'll see
I
how it
can't
goes.
wait for My Black Ass Returns. Other than that,
Real Dark Knight.
really Dark Knight.
Count me the fuck in. Where do I sign?
We just gotta get
I won't
Nolan
let you
on
guys
board.
down.
TLJ Screwjob says, look up Chuck Tingle pounded by gay raptors. Dude, I've listened to the Chuck Tingle podcast. It's not a good show, so I don't listen.
Oh, jeez.
It's on those. Look, the Chuck Tingle podcast is one of those shows we are guaranteed to be better than every time. We should read My Immortal one week just to prove that statement false.
Let's do it. I'm on board.
Chapter 1. My name is Ebony Dementia Darkness Raven Way.
Oh boy, that takes me back to before I was on the show.
Yeah. And then TLJ Screwjob also says, Dion in My Black Ass is Dark Fate.
Easy. Don't be trying to ruin my franchise too, goddammit.
Listen, that's Dark Fate I'm okay with.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I'll give Mackenzie another shot.
Was it Ash Kiana? Ash Kiana definitely knows the story. Preps.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my scar hurts.
Oh. Now, we talked earlier about merchandise, and I don't know if you guys saw this. This is a leak, not even a leak technically, because the Rona has ruined all the film production releases. That's nothing new. That's not a surprise.
Yeah, we know that because Regal and Cineworld closed their theaters across two fucking countries.
I know. It's frustrating to say the least, but the one thing that you don't realize, or a lot of us don't realize, is the making of these films has so many different layers outside of just the film itself. Marketing, merchandising is all one big thing. Now, if you're out there, folks, you might have seen commercials for Wonder Woman or James Bond still on the air because they pay for these things so far in advance. There's no reason to wait. They just pump this stuff out. And sometimes, things like this happen. Actually, things don't happen like this very often. But when they do, it shows you that the production line has been messed up. And right here in front of you on screen is a picture of an Eternals figure. And I'm only showing this because there's a little bit of a picture on the back that tells a little bit of the story. So this is Crow right here. This is, I guess, the villain. And a powerful deviant unlike any other Eternals. A powerful deviant unlike any of the other Eternals have faced over the millennia. Crow's appearance is the harbinger for a global threat. So right there, we know a little bit about the story. Just a snippet, a little teaser. I don't think this movie was ever going to be something great. What did you guys think?
It had potential. Again, I'm not putting all my eggs in that basket, but I think they were definitely looking for the next big bad. I'm not saying that he would have been it, but yeah, I mean they're definitely trying to soup some stuff up, and obviously you'd have to wait to see what the story was. If it was just randomly, here's this dude and he's an Eternal and he's evil, then that wouldn't have done well. But if you flesh it out a little bit and established an actual connection between your heroes and this bad guy, then yeah, it could have done well. But it's so hard to say because everything post Endgame has just been. I guess you could even say everything since the start of Infinity War, like that year. Everything since 2018 has just been so lackluster. I definitely wouldn't have put a lot of faith in it.
Yeah, it's an okay design. I just don't care about this Eternals, this group of people. Oh, for a millennia we've been fighting and doing and all this stuff, yet we're secret and hidden. It's like, I get it, you're trying to open up the MCU, but the Eternals has always felt like a one-off film because of the actors involved. you don't see Angelina Jolie return for too many sequels. I mean, she was in what? Tomb Raider 2. And was there a sequel to Salt? No. What was the one she was in with James McAvoy where she bent the bullet with turning her wrist?
Wanted.
She died in the first one.
Okay, then, dude, you think I remember that movie that well? Hell no.
Talk about overrated.
Yeah, that movie was really horribly overrated. God damn.
But yeah, I just wanted to share this briefly. This wasn't something that was a huge part of the show. I just wanted to see what everyone thought, and clearly, even reading this myself, I can't get that excited over it.
Yeah,
so,
it just sounds not that fun. Like, I don't care about it. Like, I'm sure the Eternals would have been at least, you know, a semi fun movie. But yeah, I mean, I'm over Marvel. I don't really care for their stuff. None of their shows have come out on Disney Plus at all. So, you know, yeah, doesn't really matter to me right now. I mean, even with The Mandalorian coming out this month, like, I'm still worried about it. You know, if it's gonna be good or not. So
I forgot that show was coming out, dude. I've been so fixated on The Boys. Like,
it's such a good show.
It is the best superhero adaptation in a long time. Maybe never.
Oh no, 100%. And I mean, I'm kind of over. I'm really done watching Lovecraft Country, but I'll watch it till the end just so I get done with it. But man, that's fucking disappointing. I just don't like it anymore.
Right, dude. I was gonna check it out of curiosity. That and that other show. What was the one?
Monsterland.
Yeah, Monsterland. I'm done with all that shit.
Dude, like I kept seeing the trailers for that too, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be good. But like all the episodes are really meh because it's more focused on the downtrodden person that it's about. It's way focused on them, and the monster's kind of like this like sea level story and character that happens, you know, happens to be, you know, part of their day or something, you know, and it's like, the fuck is this? It's supposed to be this like Halloween thing you have going. The funny thing is that I think it's like the Halloween bites, the really short movies the really shorts they have on it that are like 90 seconds are actually fucking good. Those are better than that goddamn Monsterland show.
I was gonna watch those first, but now
those were those are actually really good because it's 90 seconds and they're solid. Like, they're really good.
So Rokin's asked, what is our favorite movie monster? Since it is Schlocktober, Nick, favorite movie monster?
Ooh, well, it's a little. Let's see. He's got Pumpkinhead, dude. That's not a bad choice. People shit on that a lot. Movie monster. I gotta go Jason Voorhees, man, because he won't stop.
Yes, technically is a monster. Like, zombies are monsters. He comes back from the grave and shit. So
yeah, sometimes with lightning, sometimes, you know, on a whim.
Shit, sometimes he kills Horseshack.
Yeah. Sometimes some fucking psychic just thinks him into existence. Who knows?
Yeah. And sometimes some crazy motherfucker eats a dead motherfucker's heart and takes over his body.
Damn it, Jeff.
Yep.
Dude, I'm part of Friday the 13th. I've seen all those movies. I know what's good and what's bad.
I'm
7 kick ass.
What is part 9? Deacon Frost? Like, I'm Deacon Frost. Or no, that might be Blade.
Deacon Frost is definitely Blade. That's Stephen Dorff.
That's Blade. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the guy that like supposedly has been tracking him down for like the last 30 years in all those movies. Like, the fuck was he?
Leon, who's your favorite movie monster?
I mean, it's tough to pick against Jason, but mine is still The Thing. I can't get over that. The Thing is always going to be mine, especially when the dog finally starts to turn and it starts to assimilate the other dogs. You know, then obviously you got the biting off motherfuckers' arms, and then the spider head. I mean, you know, then when it takes over. I never remember his name, but the bald-headed, the ginger dude, and they chase him outside. He just turns and makes the fucking sound, and his hand's all fucked up because it hasn't finished changing yet. Like, that is... Gotta go with The Thing.
Kendo.
I'm going to go in a little bit of a different direction, and I'm going to say the Leprechaun, only because after that first movie, which was okay, it gets silly as shit, but it is so much fun.
In the Hood.
Yes. And then Back to the Hood. God damn.
Oh, God.
Those movies are just silly fucking entertainment. And I will take the Leprechaun just because that little bastard entertains the shit out of me.
Oh, there you go, Kendo.
Yeah, there you go. I'm the Leprechaun.
Oh, God. But no, yeah, the guy I'm thinking of in part 9 is Creighton Duke. Crazy
that
Duke. Yeah. Apparently, he's been chasing Jason across the U.S. and trying to track him down for like 30 years. Motherfucker,
Well,
where were you?
technically, it makes sense because Duke would eventually go on to become a hunter, sir.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes, Ryan Welch. Leprechaun did go to space, and it
Yeah.
was so fucked up, but so silly. So silly.
I like Leprechaun in the Hood. I think it's
dude,
fun.
Leprechaun in the
It's
Hood
so
is
fun.
fantastic.
Randomly, and you can tell that Ice-T is just fucking hanging out, having a fucking blast doing that movie.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna get high and I'm gonna get paid.
That's a good life. I want.
Yeah, dude. He's like, fuck it, I'm in a Leprechaun movie. So the fuck what?
The check cleared. I don't care.
Yo, man, our message is about positivity.
While making black people in the hood as stereotypical as possible.
Yeah. Let's see. Mine, I'm going to go classic because if you can't, Michael Myers is a man. I wouldn't call him a movie monster. But I'm going to go Frankenstein, Boris Karloff.
Ooh,
There you
nice.
go.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
And honestly, I love the first movie. It's great. Bride of Frankenstein's really good too. But this design, the fact that it's from 1931 and it stands the test of time and it looks fantastic. I mean, there's the artwork, not the artwork, the craftsmanship behind this design is just so impressive that I can't not praise it. And Dracula, played by Bela Lugosi or Bela Lugosi, he's fantastic as well. A lot of the classic Universal monsters hold a special place in my heart. That's why. Remember, Nick, in the 90s when we would get like Universal monsters were on like Doritos chips or they had their own commercials.
It was so much fun back then. I mean, and because of those characters, that's the standard for characters now. You know, with Wolfman, with Dracula, with Frankenstein. Frankenstein's design is the Frankenstein, and I think didn't it take him like 14 hours to do that makeup each day or something? Like it was a ridiculous amount of time he had to do the makeup for each day of shooting or whatever. It was insane.
It was something like that, and it's a lot of it has, I think, cotton is part of the makeup. Like some of the stuff used to make that effect is, not just there's no latex back then. I don't think.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
the technology is so different. Nobody's using what is it, spirit gum or whatever, or what's it? What's the shit they use to take off the glue? Spirit gum or something like that?
Is it acetone?
No, it's something less toxic, but like. This is pre all that stuff, and Boris Karloff
That's true, yeah.
and did all that stuff, and this is the commercial I was talking about right there.
Yeah, dude, I remember that shit.
that.
Oh yes, oh man,
Good old classic Doritos bag right there, baby.
That makes me feel sad because I wanted to go to Halloween Horror Nights so bad this year.
Dude, I bought a Universal Studios pass because I live down the street from it. How do you think I feel?
Even worse because that shit is. I've gone. I went to the one last year, 2 years ago in Orlando, and it was fucking awesome. I couldn't imagine what the one in LA is, man. It must be ridiculous. But
Jesse told me they had the Michael Myers house one year, like a full scale Michael Myers house. They had the last year was the It stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, It chapter.
Yeah. I think what was it? When I went, they had the Poltergeist house, and it was one of the ones that was kind of scary. I was just like, shit, man. It was really good. It was awesome.
I'd like to point out that those are the taco Doritos that actually tasted good, not the weird flavored ones that you get nowadays. But Jesus, man, Doritos, that's my weakness. I can't not eat Doritos. I fucking love Doritos.
Yeah, but fuck that caffeine-free Pepsi, though, dog.
That's true, yeah. Like non-alcoholic beer, what's the point?
Yeah, what's the fucking point? Get rid of that fucking golden bar bullshit. Fuck that.
Yeah.
You know what? You know one thing you never see anymore are 3 liters.
Rightly so.
It is if you buy Faygo.
Yeah.
Dude, that is the most 90s thing, too, man. Like, that's definitely a relic of that time that I miss is fucking Super Size Me's and 3 liters and fucking
Bigfoot pizza.
Bigfoot pizza and the
Holy
jumbo,
shit, dude.
the jumbo candy sizes, not just king size, but the jumbo candy sizes.
yeah.
Like, goddamn, dude.
Dude, I would kill to have a Bigfoot pizza.
So would I.
I get it that it was a gimmick and it was just a big pizza, but something about that fucking, thing that it came in with that special Bigfoot, covering, like paper covering. It was just like, I have to have one of these. I love this Bigfoot pizza.
You could eat that pizza for like a week.
I know, dude. Yes. God damn.
Yep.
That shit was insane because it was literally like 3 feet of pizza almost. Or
Yeah.
some crazy shit.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
You guys know me. You know I let stuff roll off my back and I get over things really easy. but I've never gotten over Bigfoot pizza going away or the extreme nachos from Taco Bell. It's been 25 years, and I am still pissed off that they discontinued that.
Well, we'll pray Rick and Morty do an episode about it. It'll bring it back.
Oh, yeah, and then I'll have to deal with a bunch of fucking geeks that were born 15 years ago screaming, "I want my extreme nachos." Be like, fuck you, bitch.
That's true. That's true.
You don't know what they're like. You weren't there. You didn't
You
savor the
you
flavor.
merely adopted the nachos.
Yeah.
I was
I'd be like,
born
"Babe."
with it, molded by it. I did not know healthier foods until I was a man, and even by then it was blinding.
Yeah, that's right. I'll wear a mask and I will talk just like that when I'm punching kids in the face to get to my extreme nachos.
I remember my parents bought the Bigfoot because we would, because my mom worked at MSU. So to get back to Stockbridge, you drive through Okemos and all that shit. And there's a Pizza Hut in Okemos that we would go to all the fucking time. And so that was our Pizza Hut. And one time she bought the fucking Bigfoot. And there was so much. And I ate, so I think I ended up getting sick because I ate so much of that fucking pizza. She refused to buy it again. She refused because there was so much left, and I ate the majority of it like a little fucking goober. Oh my god, dude! The nostalgia of seeing
You
this
had
shit.
it for dinner, you had it for breakfast the next morning, and for
That's
lunch
right.
that day.
I was like, listen, I will eat this until I fucking puke, Mom. Don't test me.
It was a 3-foot-long deep dish pizza.
It was exact. Oh my god, dude! That
It
was so
was
good.
awesome.
Iron
the
Bet, you are
90s.
right. Little Caesars did taste better in the 90s.
Yeah, it did. And then they decided that cardboard and shame was the way to make their pizzas.
Hey,
Well,
when you charge it for $5, you gotta cut down the cost, homie.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
So, you know what? One food I miss, it's not even a food, it's a liquid, but remember Pepsi Blue?
Dude, yes,
Yes.
yes, and it was so
yes.
good.
Like,
It was so good.
That would be the drink I would bring back. If I could go back in time and bring back a drink, it'd be that, and a food item. I don't know if it'd be those little. Keebler used to make a pizza flavored chip. It was like a Dorito, but it was pizza.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah,
were,
Oh my god.
Fuck, what were they called? Those were like really awesome.
yeah. Let me look those-
Pepsi Blue ruled the summer of what? 03?
Remember,
02?
no, it was the 90s when Pepsi Blue. I think Pepsi Blue was
Oh, yeah,
90.
dude. That was like late 90s.
Now, the summer of 01 was dominated by Sprite Remix. That shit tasted like Skittles. It was delicious.
It was
It was
super
crazy.
sugary.
Yeah, it was like
sugary.
double the sugar and every kid
Yeah,
was fucking high.
you know,
Yeah.
fucking cavities fucking skyrocketed back then.
Oh,
Yeah, dude, my teeth hurt.
oh
just
yeah,
thinking
I
about
remember
it.
I remember those. I remember
Yeah,
those.
pizzerias, baby.
Oh my god, yeah, so many bags of those. Jeez.
I remember watching Zoobly Zoo and eating these as a kid. That's like a weird vivid memory I have.
Oh my god, dude!
I remember watching
90s
watching
snacks.
USA Up All Night and then eating those, man.
Was that Rhonda Shear?
No. Well, no. What I remember anyways is Gilbert Godfrey.
Oh. I just remember I'm in a Facebook group dedicated to Rhonda Shear for some reason. The thing is, I don't remember
Because she was at WrestleMania, I think it was 10 or 11.
that would be about right. 94 is WrestleMania 10. So
Yeah.
Perry White says I got a UTI from drinking too much Surge. Oh my god, I remember Surge.
I don't think
What?
that's possible.
Yeah, how much?
I mean, with as much sugar and
Were you
citric
not
acid
drinking
that is in that
anything?
stuff.
That means he was drinking no water.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like that would have taken like a couple of weeks, I think. Like holy shit.
If anything, you would have fucking died from what is that, perorine when your teeth fall out, and diabetes before the UTI would have taken you from drinking that
I
much
mean,
Surge.
Surge was it had a shit ton of citrus acid in it, and that motherfucker had. I mean, there's a reason why '90s kids, dove on the energy drinks so quickly because we,
There's
all
a
of our
reason why
drinks-
90s kids are all being pumped full of fucking Ritalin back then.
like,
It's like,
dude,
no, they don't have attention disorder. They're fucking jacked up on Surge.
yeah, we didn't need Monster Sen because we had motherfucking essentially Skittles, Sprite, and fucking Surge.
Apparently, I think the only way to get Surge now is what, like Amazon or something.
Yeah, it's not. Look, it was never.
No,
good
you
to
can
get-
still get Surge, dude. You can get Surge at Walmart.
Oh
you
Yeah,
can.
Speedway sells it too.
places I don't visit for 500 anymore, Alex.
You left the Midwest, motherfucker, not us, okay?
Yeah,
Not
and-
us.
and
So they
and-
gonna buy
and-
me a
and-
Surge.
Yeah, enjoy your tax hike.
Well, the state will probably break down before it affects me. So
You are living in fucking Mad Max colored world right now.
That's true. That's true.
Sun did not come out today.
Oh
God
damn.
damn,
Oh damn.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Pretty soon, Jeff will be on the show talking about the man known as Max showed up in the Black on Black.
There's this guy named Max Racket Ball something or another, and he is kicking ass.
Yeah, and there's one motherfucker named Humongous with his underwear keeps screaming outside my window. I'm gonna go whoop his ass if he doesn't go home.
Tina Turner just built this really big cage structure down the street. I'm not sure what's happening.
She keeps calling me Magic Man. It's making me feel weird. The Magic Man.
Very strange, very strange. And they changed the name of my street to Fury Road. What's happening?
I mean, I'll go with that part. My street's got an okay name, but Fury Road is so much cooler. Where do you live at, Jeff? 2929 Fury Road.
Yeah, it's right down the street from Tina Turner's Thunderdome. You can't miss it.
Yeah. WWE Thunderdome.
Who runs Bartertown? No. Yeah, that's Jimmy, man, because you can get some Sprite and some Surge, and you get some nacho cheese dip from Bartertown. It's fantastic.
Listen. If you go down the road and you get to the pit of the dead bodies, you've gone too far. Turn back and then come back the other way.
If there's a random little buck-toothed white kid with long hair throwing a boomerang, you've gone too far.
Don't try to catch him. You'll cut your fingers off.
Don't try and catch him. Actually, don't really go near him because apparently he bites and he might have rabies.
Yeah, just don't
Pancakes.
Oh my god, dude, that would be that would be the best name for a convenience store. 2 men enter, 1 man leave.
Yes.
Open 24 hours.
By the way, Sasquatch's imaginary friend, we are with you, dude. Sorry that your flight got delayed, but we're
For
here.
an hour. Damn, dude.
Just go to the bar.
Yes, airport bars are talk about underrated airport bars.
I don't know.
Underrated and overpriced, but Jesus Christ, they will take care of
They
you.
will save your ass.
They will, man. They will. They definitely
One
will.
time I was stuck in Newark, Newark of all places, trying to get back home to the STL. And my flight was delayed for like 7.5 hours. Why they had to either fix my plane, realize they couldn't, so they had to get us a new plane. So we had to wait for it to actually get there. And then that plane had to be fixed. So I'm like, wow, if there wasn't ever a final destination moment in my life, this is it. And so I just
oh shit, the bar is closed.
I
Oh
paid like
god damn!
I paid like $80-something for like 8 big glasses of Yingling. I got roasted and just sat at my gate and just was like, fuck it.
Oh, dude, man.
I don't know what's gonna happen next, but I'm loaded, so let's do it.
The bar is closed. That is.
That's why I got sneak alcohol into the airport.
Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna start doing that from now on.
You poor,
dude, I'm telling you,
dude.
The way, dude, I've told you guys how to like get around those rules. You just get those little flight bottles and you put them in a Ziploc bag. You can take those on the plane.
Yeah, see which airport it is too, because some of the shitty ones will have the late bars, but obviously with everything going on, it makes sense. But damn, that would be terrible.
Just break in. Wait, no, don't do that.
God, don't know. It becomes federal at that point. Calm down.
Yeah. And then I get fucking put on, being complicit in it and be like, he was encouraged by some man on YouTube. Fucking cops kicking my door tomorrow morning.
Just blame one of the Paul brothers. It's fine.
Exactly.
It was the white one. We're both white, sir.
Yeah, Dixon Cider, I will not forget that because I'm going to do that in a moment. But, guys, I'm going to lead you with a question for a second while I step away. What were some of your favorite Nickelodeon shows growing up?
Oh, man.
Dude, my parents refused to get fucking cable as a kid. So I didn't even realize the magic of Nickelodeon until either I went to my aunt's house or until I was an adult. And when we had cable, Hillary and I would watch like the 90s callback shows or whatever. And I'd watch a bunch of that because we didn't have fucking cable, man. So that fucking sucked. But I will say, I do remember whenever I would go to Chicago, seeing the Knights of the Hidden Temple or whatever.
Oh my God, yes.
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Legend.
That show was fun as shit.
Yes, dude.
Oh man,
that was my favorite.
That.
Yeah, that was a fun show, man. Fun show. Keenan and Kel, fucking love that show because you had goddamn Coolio do the beginning music of the beginning song to that. That was a lot of fun. Love those two guys.
Keenan,
Ren and Stimpy, baby. Ren and Stimpy was
Ren and Stimpy. My mom worried about me for the longest time. She's like, "Why do you like this show? It's so fucking weird." I'm like, "I don't know. I just like it."
Well, the funny thing is,
it's the
watching
90s,
it as a
Mom,
kid.
cool it.
Yeah, watching it as a kid, you don't get most of the shit that's in Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah,
You go back and it's like Beavis and Butthead. I watched it in the 90s as a kid, and I remember watching it, and my dad would laugh at a lot of shit that I didn't get. I'm like, I don't understand why that's funny. And then as an adult, I go back and watch. I'm like, okay, I get it now. That's how I am with Ren and Stimpy. It's like there's so much shit in that show that just goes way over your head when you're like 8. But then when you're an adult, you're like, okay, that's fucking clever.
Yeah, I need to rewatch that show then.
Well, go ahead and put it on the list, and
We'll do.
What show is that?
Ren and Stimpy.
Great show.
I miss Salute Your Shorts. They have never released a DVD or anything for that. So,
Which is crazy because that show was like fucking mega popular.
Yeah, I watched it every day.
yeah, dude, it was
Donkey
so
Lips?
much fun.
Yeah.
The thing that I remember being a kid and that show with Zeke the Plumber really creeped me out. I was like, this is fucking weird.
Are You Afraid of the Dark was another one I fucking
God damn
watched
it,
really
fucking love
religiously.
love the shit of that.
Which is crazy, Nick. That the one of the kids on Are You Afraid of the Dark is the preacher dude on Letterkenny and helps write the show.
yeah, he is.
That's a mind fucking and a half.
Oh man, oh dude, yeah, fucking Letterkenny, love that show. But yeah, Salute Your Shorts. What? Oh, God damn it. Oh jeez.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm gonna go with the Adventures of Pete and Pete because it's a show I used to watch with my mom.
No, definitely, and they need to release the goddamn 3rd season of that already and get the fuck over it.
Yeah. Also, since we're answering this question about Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network questions, guys, or shows, guys.
Aqua Teen. I was always a big fan of Aqua Teen.
Well, don't watch it on HBO Max because they take away episodes.
I was gonna say, which apparently makes me like a white supremacist now or something crazy like that in hindsight because I love that show.
Samurai Jack, I think, is what I gotta go with.
Yeah, Harvey Birdman, attorney at law. That was another fucking great one.
I'm gonna go with Dexter's Lab, even though Ryan Welch said it. It's a great show, and I second that one.
Yeah, Dexter's Lab is really good.
Yeah. Omelette du fromage.
I never got into Dexter's Lab. Never.
The Cowardly Dog, really like that one too. That one's a lot of fun.
Oh, Courage.
Oh yeah, Courage. Yeah,
Courage was fun. Courage was fun.
Oh, fucking back to Nickelodeon, Rocco's Modern Life.
Dude, did I tell you?
It was like it was like a friendly version of Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah,
what did you say?
I hung out with a lady that worked on that show.
Oh my god,
really?
Background painters.
Nice.
She told me they didn't realize some of the shit that was going into the show.
Really?
Yeah,
That actually makes sense. That makes sense.
Nick, you know what to do.
Okay, you need to start sending me these in a list so I can remember them. All right.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I need to see links.
So just get a pen.
We got one more thing to talk about in a couple of minutes, but I want to read some of these super chats from earlier. Part of me did forget. So first off, Andrew Clark says YouTube unsubscribed. Well, Andrew Clark, first off, thank you for being here tonight, but thank you for telling me because I've taken a screenshot of your super chat, and I'm going to use that when I send YouTube a message about some of the issues that we're having here on the channel. Anybody, folks, if you ever get a situation where YouTube unsubscribes you or keeps our videos or streams hidden, please send me proof, just even a message. It doesn't have to be a super chat, it can be anything, because the more I can prove that to YouTube, the more they will look into it. So if I had legitimate 200 people that had that problem, that's a huge issue, and they can work to rectify that. So Andrew Clark, thank you very much, first off, for your patience, and thank you for letting me know about that, because that shit is an issue, and we would love to have that rectified. Now, Dean Domino, thank you very much. He says, haven't done this in a while, so here goes. Anime recommendations. No Guns Life. Cyberpunk future where hard-boiled noir detective takes in a young boy hunted by mega corporation. His head is a gun. Well,
okay.
You sold me on Cyberpunk neo-noir. The gunhead thing, a little weird. But you know what? I'll give it a shot. I've watched Desert Punk. I've watched a lot of weird anime and Berserk, all that kind of shit. So I'm willing to give, within reason, anything a shot. I know one of our listeners has a huge hentai collection. So I don't want to go down that path, but I will watch
Dion.
What?
Oh, God. Gullah Gullah Island.
Jesus.
Oh, my God.
Show.
I was a little old for that show.
I was in kindergarten when it was popular. That and The Legger's Window came on back to back. I used to watch those shows. And then my grandma would want to watch her soap operas. And then once her soap operas was over, Power Rangers was on, and then that's the only show that mattered to me as a kid. I think it's my favorite childhood show. Not because it's the best, just because it, like, anytime I hear that theme song, I'm just like, oh shit, it's Morphin Time. Like, I'm ready to go. Even though Batman and X-Men are the best cartoons from when we were kids, Power Rangers was my shit growing up. That was ultimate favorite 90s show. It's going to take a lot to... Actually, nothing can top that, because it was a great time in my life. Dion, you were a Power Ranger kid, right?
Batman 100% Green Ranger till the day I die, baby.
Paul Otis, thank you very much for your super chat. More shit-related movie titles: Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Harry Potter, and the Half-Blood Prince. Dude, if your poop is half-blood, please see a doctor.
Yes, go get medical attention. I know it's kind of difficult these days in the age of the Wu flu, but if you're shitting blood, I think they'll make an exception.
We want you to stick around.
Yes, we need you to listen.
Somebody in the chat, I don't know if it was retracted, but somebody was saying about the PBS shows growing up. There were some good PBS shows growing up.
Oh my god, dude.
Yes. Fuck yeah, man. In terms of like educational shit, that was one of the few like nature shit I would watch as a little kid, because fucking I don't know what it was, but Nova had it down, man. I don't know what the fuck was going on.
Nova still has it down, dude.
Yeah. No, and that's why I got the fucking PBS app for Nova. I'm dadding it the fuck out. And then they had the what were the two brothers' names? The nature dudes.
Something Zabufa or whatever.
Zaboomafoo is what. Yeah. Was it still Zaboomafoo back then?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, those dudes, and those motherfuckers are almost 50 now. And I remember the 90s. They were, goddamn, dude, that shit was crazy.
Dude, as a kid, I could tell what time of day it was based on what I was watching on PBS. In the morning, I knew what I was watching. And at night, when Sesame Street was over and the fucking McLaren News Hour came on and it was sponsored by Laclede Gas, I knew it was time for me to go upstairs to my room and play with my toys, because TV sucked from at that point. It's like, there ain't nothing on anymore.
That's why
you also said Reading Rainbow,
Dude, Reading Rainbow, I fucking love that show. I will forever enjoy LeVar Burton as a human being because he taught me about books.
I think LeVar Burton has had more of an impact on education than people will ever give him credit for.
Someone was just making that point, that they were thinking that LeVar Burton, is at the very least on the same level, if not higher, than Bill Nye, because he stressed reading so much. I loved. I got into comic books. I mean, obviously mainly because of Spider-Man animated series and Batman, but because the whole imagination thing. And I was like, oh my god, I can essentially have more episodes of the shows I like when I read comic books. Fuck to the yeah.
Oh, somebody just mentioned Square One on PBS. God damn it, I love that show.
Wishbone, holy shit.
Yes, Square One actually got me into Dragnet because they had a sketch on there called MathNet, where the detectives used math to solve crimes, and then they pretty much ripped off Dragnet. And then one day Dragnet came on TV and I was watching. I'm like, oh, this is like MathNet. And then I learned what pagans were.
And Square One. Nice. And Square One was always at 3:30.
Yes. Square
3:30.
One. Fuck. Yep. You were touching me in the childhood field. Not in the
oh, God. Hey, wait, hold on. Ken, did you have your goat leggings as well?
Yes. I had my goat leggings, and I took all those weird pills, and I saved the virgin, what's her name, from the snake.
The Virgin Connie Swale.
Yeah, Connie Swales. I saved the Virgin Connie Swales from the snake.
I
fucking love that movie.
Dude, that takes me back. God. And then fucking Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? God, I never missed that show. I fucking love that show. And there was another show that would be the bane of Dion's existence. It's called Today's Special. Jeff, you know that Are You Being Served thing? That show, yes. Are You Being Served? So Today's Special was pretty much a kid's version of that, where the mannequin would come to life and be your friend.
That'd be a high fucking no for me.
Yeah, so somewhere childhood me is loving the fact that this guy, when they put his little hat on and they close the store, he comes to life and does cool shit. That my friend Dion, who I don't know yet, is probably like freaked out.
Because he wouldn't have a fucking face at first.
Well, he got one because he was a very lifelike looking mannequin, Dion.
It was fucking bullshit, dude.
No, it was a dude standing very still until they said, hey, you're supposed to, be alive now.
Well, did anybody watch Ghost Rider?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the fucking purple guy? The toxic sludge monster?
Oh, God.
That was a great episode, like series of episodes, because he was like he could like like disappear and shit.
Oh yeah.
I googled 90s PBS shows. I got a lot of. I used to watch Thomas the Tank Engine all the time as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Shining Time Station, that was on PBS. I will say this. I think 90s kids had the best TV across the board.
Yeah.
Oh,
Even
dude,
if,
definitely.
if you didn't have cable, you could still watch the best shows.
Yep.
Dude,
Definitely
PBS had it, like from 7 in the morning till like 5:30 at night. They knew who was watching their shit. And you would get Mr. Rogers a couple times a day. You get Sesame Street a couple times a day before it became the fucking Elmo show. And you would get all sorts of crazy.
Elmo broke up the
fun
band,
shit.
motherfucker.
Yeah, dude. Yep. He fucking came riding in like a Yoko on a cannonball and was like, "Fuck you! They got a tickle me figure now, and I'm taking this shit over." And it's like, God damn it! You made the count cry.
Real quick, let's take a look at this rabbit hole. PBS shows from the 90s. We
Let's
desperately
dive in. I'm going in with you, boys.
I don't
Okay.
want them to come back though because they won't be the same.
That's true. So first off is Ghost Rider. That was a
Yep.
great show. I know you brought it up already, Nick.
Yeah.
Yep.
I used to watch the shit out of it. The only show I hate from PBS thinking back is Barney. That show was so dumb.
Oh, it was so horrible.
It was funny how quickly Barney became uncool for us. Like we were like 6 and
It never
7.
was
and,
cool.
yeah,
Dude,
and we
Barney
would,
blew
6
up
and 7. You
for like
hate
2
it.
years, and then
Yep.
it's like, God, this is stupid.
Well, then how weird it is. Like you know that this fucking dinosaur who like wants to hug you all the time. You're like, I don't know. I'm 7, but your ass is making me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I need an adult.
R.I.P. to the
I don't even
chief.
know.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah,
man.
Liz Bigman. Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? Did you ever watch Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego? The cartoon.
It was far not as good.
superior. Oh yeah.
No, it was not as good as the game show.
No, dude. Rockapella. Remember the band?
Oh god.
Yeah, Rockapella,
Holy
dude.
shit.
As a kid, I was like, these guys are great. As an adult, I'm like, yeah, they can sing really well, but I wouldn't go to their show.
There was one.
I will say this. Even as a kid watching Where in the World's Carmen Sandiego, I was going, man, these kids are fucking dumb.
There
Yeah,
was
when
a-
I-
Yeah, no,
3 + 4 is 7, you stupid motherfucker.
God, when I watch a Warrior for the
It's
first
in
time, I was like,
Brazil.
damn it.
He's in Brazil. How do you not know this? Vic the Slick stole the Christ the Redeemer statue from Brazil.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh fuck. Growing up in the 90s was dope.
Yes, Brokens knows what it's like. Fucking yelling and screaming like, what the fuck are you doing?
Dude, when that show was on, I was 3 when it started, so I was super young. I didn't know what Brazil was when I first saw this show. I just
It's
kind
a
of
place where women dance really awesome and hardly wear any clothes during Carnival, Jeff. You'll love it.
I'm ready to go. I don't want to be kidnapped.
That's Brazil, not Africa, you stupid son of a bitch.
You're on the wrong side of the fucking planet.
So,
Damn it, Timmy, turn to the left. To the left.
dude, do you remember that show Nick Arcade where the kids would try to get inside the video game and fight?
Yes.
That was
That
the
game-
dumbest.
That show
Those kids
sucked.
sucked.
Wait, no, wait, hold on. Wasn't there something where you could call in during Halloween and they would have like a fucking thing you could say, like pick up, you'd say numbers or whatever, and it'd go to a certain house and get prizes and shit?
Dude, try watching Nick Arcade high. Okay, I've done that. It's
Okay, I'll try. Let's watch it tonight. Jeff.
it's an interesting fucking experience when you're high watching that stuff.
Oh my god, don't say that shit. I'll do it.
Why do you think I've watched Angels in the Outfield 20 times this year?
Well, I mean, I assumed with not much else going on, all you had to do was get some Integrity weed.
Randy Marsh style. My
I
man.
can't blame you there.
Yeah,
Drunk and
So-
high is the only way to handle 2020.
that's true. Yeah, fun night. So let's look at a couple of these real quick so we don't take up too much time. We have Reading Rainbow. We loved that show.
Mhm.
Wishbone, another great show.
Yeah.
The Magic School Bus, that was on Fox, wasn't it?
Holy shit. I
I think
don't
it
know
started-
what it was, but maybe
I think it
was
started on PBS.
Oh, okay. That was a
But I
great
don't
show.
know for sure.
with the frizz? No way.
The Big Comfy Couch. I used to watch this show.
No, we did not.
I don't remember that one.
It was fine, whatever it was. But the woman that plays the clown in it is actually pretty hot in real life. It's kind of weird. Like you look at her as this dopey clown, and then you look her up, and you're like, wow, Lunette was hot. Oh well. Up next, we also had Adventures of Dudley the Dragon.
Dudley the fucking Dragon. Holy shit, that goddamn show.
I remember Dragon Tales. I was a little old for that one, but I saw it.
I remember Dragon Tales.
We're like 10 when it came out.
Yeah. Dion, put it like this: if I had learned who The Rock was, and then a kid show came out after that, I wasn't watching it. So that was kind of like my litmus. It's like, oh, is it cooler than The Rock? No, it's not. I don't care.
Dude, wrestling, especially '99, was my kid show. Fucking SmackDown.
Oh, Mr. Rogers.
God,
I love that man.
Yeah,
dude, I eulogized him when he died in my English Comp 2 class.
Fred, man, he contributed a lot. I think he might be one of the single most important people for like children's entertainment ever. Him, dude. Jim Henson, and a few other people. You can really Margaret.
Oh God, yeah, man, holy shit.
Dude, you were not a kid that grew up with Mr. Rogers if you didn't watch that documentary they did about him like a year or two ago. Not the movie, but the actual documentary. And not get fucking choked up when they were, showing him and all the things he did. It's like, God, that right there was a good dude. And speaking of good dudes, we got The Joys of Painting. God, that show was fun as hell.
Oh man.
As a kid, I was like, this is awesome.
Man. Well, and I never realized until I saw the reruns on PBS where I was just like, damn. Like, and then I didn't think about it until like 2011 or something. And Hillary and I randomly were watching a shit ton of Bob Ross in my room. I was like, oh my God. Like, I remember being a kid. And even though, for a kid, it's boring as fuck, but it was something about it as a little kid. You're like, God damn, like this dude makes me feel comfortable.
Yeah, he was like the interlude. Like he'd be watching Sesame Street, and then Sesame Street would go off for like 15 minutes before Mr. Rogers came on, and fucking Bob Ross would come on and start painting shit, and you're just like, "What is this?" Okay, wow, this is interesting.
His hair always made me uncomfortable.
I always thought it was awkward that a white dude had an afro. I was like, this is weird. I don't know how to take this.
He did it to save money.
That's fine.
True. He was a frugal individual.
Yeah.
All right, so up next we got Lamb Chop. I used to love it.
Lamb Chop. Oh my God. Fuck yeah, Lamb Chop.
That one I couldn't do.
Oh God.
I remember that one. Terrifying, but I do love Lamb Chop.
We can skip Barney and Friends. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Yeah. Oh, that was a great show.
Yeah.
That
was fun.
Oh, I watched a shit out of that. Even in like in all our classes, they would show a couple episodes of that too. So it was. I enjoyed
TV
it.
rolled out, and your teacher said, "We're watching some Bill Nye." You knew it was about to be a good fucking day.
Yep.
Now, we got Whimsy's House. I don't know what the hell that was. So
couldn't get into it.
I was out by 95.
The Puzzle Place. Don't remember this one.
I have no idea what that is.
It's great that a show about puzzles tackled racism and sexism in 1995. It's like, look, Janet can work in a parlor. She's able to do that.
How could they have done that in 1995 when that's so a modern day issue?
Now, Dion, here's your show, Kratz Creatures, the Krat Brothers.
Yep.
We also got Zaboomafoo, which is the sequel, the follow-up show.
Yep.
Then we got Zoom. I remember this show.
I never got into Zoom.
I was out.
Yeah, fifth grade, I was wrestling.
Corduroy. Didn't realize there was a cartoon about my favorite childhood book. Still not gonna watch it.
Don't remember that. I ain't watching that shit.
Yeah.
The Adventures from the Book of Virtues.
I remember that, and even as a kid, that shit was just so weird.
Yeah, dude, it's a show about mythology and stories from the Bible. In the 90s, that was not cool.
Nope.
No, that's what your local public access religious channel was for.
Oh yeah.
Pappyland, never heard of it.
No, don't know that.
And that's it. We'll end on Pappyland.
Oh, I remember that show with Kate Middleton. God, that was a good show.
He's the best. So let's read some more of our super chats. First off, Zontar, thank you very much. He says, Original Macross got a dub in 2006 starring Vic Mignogna and with Min May's original Japanese actress reprising her role 2 decades later.
Nice.
Macross became what? Gundam, right? That's how it goes. Or no, Hold on, let me look this one up because I believe I've watched the first couple episodes of Macross. Harmony Gold. God, I think okay, yeah, okay. Definitely watch this show. Did not know that. Did not know that there was a redub in 2006. I always loved giant robots, so I'm down to watch. Hey Dion, you remember that early PS2 game called Zone of the Enders?
Yes. Holy shit.
I just love that kaiju giant robot stuff.
It's fun, man. It was just so fun, especially the right game. You know, especially when they actually integrated destroyable environments the right way. It was fantastic, dude.
That's speaking of games, real quick. I've been looking at all this stuff about the new Xbox and the new PlayStation. Did you see that video? How giant the PS5 is?
No.
How big is it?
I mean, I can give you the actual dimensions, but in the video, the little Japanese guy breaking it down, it looks like it's the size of his chest.
Yeah,
no
dude,
fucking way.
It looks like an entity all itself.
Here, I'm going to show you the picture right now. Hold on. I'll show everybody in the chat. They can tell me that this PlayStation doesn't look ginormous. This dude's either super duper small or Matt Cross became RoboCop. Jeff says, not RoboCop, Robotech says Jacob Kaiju. Thank you very much, Jacob Kaiju. I knew it was something that I've watched.
Whoa!
Damn! You could bludgeon a fucking donkey with that thing.
Dude.
Well, now I know what Kenna does on the weekends.
But I go to work.
Yeah. So the thing so if you look closely at the bottom, there's this base that holds it vertically, but if you want to put it horizontally, you have to take the base off, unscrew it with a special screwdriver, put the screw inside the base, and then hook the base to the back of the system because of the odd shape.
That sounds
Scroll down
way
so I
too
can see the
fucking
base
complicated.
That is insane.
And
why is that a hard drive? Fuck Sony.
And another thing on top of this, this system is like a third of it is a fan because you have to overclock the shit out of it to get the performance that they're.
Oh my god!
You need a fucking end table just for your PlayStation.
Yeah. It is extra thick. It is an extra.
Yeah, I'm going to wait 6 months for both these consoles and just see what happens.
Dude, I'm
it's probably not a bad idea. Let them work all the bugs out.
Yeah,
I'm just not interested in the PlayStation 5 yet. I have the Xbox pre-ordered. I'm looking forward to going to through the back catalog. Look, I'm excited because I can play Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb from the original Xbox on the Xbox Series X. And for those people saying, Jeff, why are you so excited about this new Xbox? I know you want to play his old games. I skipped the Xbox One completely. So there's an entire 7-year span of great games.
You didn't miss much.
What?
Said you didn't miss much by skipping the Xbox One.
I know. There's a reason why I've had every PlayStation, and I'm not going to stop that. But the only time I think I got a PlayStation as the first console of a new generation was the PS4. Because I got technically PS1 I got before an N64 as well. But PS2 was secondary to the GameCube. PS3 was secondary to the Xbox 360. And then PS4 was my only console. Well, the Switch. But PS4 is a fantastic system. I'm not here to dump on PlayStation at all. I'm surprised how giant this system is.
Dude, that's the one thing turning me off right now to PlayStation 5. It's like, buy a PlayStation 5. It's almost as large as a Japanese man. It's like, I don't have the room for that.
You're like weird selling point, but no thanks.
Yeah. Would you like a game station that's almost as big as a man from Japan? Well, the PlayStation 5 is just for you. It's like, I have to buy a new entertainment center just for that thing.
Yeah, I'm like, you can dump on the Xbox Series X system. It's just a big rectangle, but this video shows you how you have to break it down to install an SSD.
It's almost as large as a person.
God.
Yes, it's.
Well, I mean, that is one thing I do like about PlayStation. You can put in your own hard drives into their system. That is really nice.
You can do it on the new Xbox.
That's good. Yeah.
Now they do sell. Okay, so the way the system plays games, it's like, okay, there's the Doom game that came out on the last generation. There's a video this week that dropped. It takes 5 seconds to load Doom. Like,
holy shit!
This thing is, I know a lot of people want to shit on Microsoft. I don't have an allegiance to them. This is not a sponsored show. I'm a consumer like you guys. The shit they're showing me, like you can go back and have these old games get upscaled and ray traced, and then the future stuff that's going to come out looks cool. Like, I'm there. There's so much that is like, this is the most powerful system, and I'm not one of these spec junkies that needs to have 12 teraflops. I don't even know what the fuck a teraflop is. All I know is the fact that I can put in my old games and they're going to upscale them and re-res and have new ray tracing lighting on them. Awesome. You know what? Your old favorite games shouldn't have to die just because you would adopt a new console. I would kill to be able to play GoldenEye 007 again. When that remake got canceled by Nintendo and Danjak and all those places, I was bummed out because GoldenEye, my absolute favorite game, I don't think that game should die on an archaic system. You know, if you're an Xbox fan, you have access to a good chunk of your old library. Personally, I wish Sony PlayStation 5 played PS5 through PS1 all the way. That would be the ultimate seller for me because I would love to go back and play SmackDown 1 and 2 and even the old Tony Hawk's because, yeah, it's great that they remaster those games, but not everyone's favorite game is going to get a remake or a remaster. I mean, fuck, I would love to play Siphon Filter. Only way I can do that is play it on the original PlayStation. But, you know, preservation is important in gaming, and that, you know, new consoles are awesome, and I'm always going to go out and pick them up. But I do like to be able to bust out a personal favorite. You know, PS4 will be backwards compatible with PS5. That's awesome. I can still play Spider-Man, except I have to play with that new actor, which I don't want to. So
I have to think that the reason why you need all the screwdrivers and screws is so you can bolt that thing down because the fan would probably cause it to take off.
It fucking sounds like it.
Yeah. You turn it on, all of a sudden it's like a jet engine, and the thing just starts fucking flying around your house chaotically. It's like, I just spent $800 on that. Stop it.
Stay away from my son, you son of a bitch.
You know, it's like
You have to
I invested all this money into a PlayStation 5, and now I need new fucking Windows.
You have to wear those damn those ear protection things you wear at the gun range just to like play a game properly.
Yeah. This console is rated at 148 decibels.
Yeah, make sure you turn it off and then take them off, or else you'll deafen yourself.
You turn it on, and there's a guy standing in your front.
Uh-oh, he dropped out.
You just fade it off.
Oh. Wait, I didn't mute Kendo.
Sorry, I accidentally knocked my wire out. I was going to say, you turn the thing on, and there's a dude standing out in your front yard wearing the fucking neon vest with those little flashlight things, like waving the screen.
You can land. Jet. Dude, do you remember the old Wii commercial where the two Japanese guys would knock on your door and go, "We would like to play"?
Yeah.
I want this motherfucker to deliver me a PlayStation 5. It's
Dude,
like
he can't pick it up. Look how big it is. He'd have to come on. He'd have to come to you in like a fucking giant van, and they'd have to unload it with a forklift.
I want that because here's the thing: like this system's not going to look that big to me compared to me. This is probably the size of my
to
lower
be fair,
torso.
you're also not, normal sized.
Yeah, and I'm proud of that.
That's okay.
But I just wanted to share this with you guys because I am following the new console stuff. And Nick, you and I do need to lock down a time. You're the one that's making the effort. I just got to figure out a time for our Dead by Daylight Twitch stream. So folks, be on the lookout for that. And you can find us on Twitch, WCBs Gaming. We're almost to 150.
Yeah, man. We got we're racking up fans.
Yeah. So we are technically on there tonight. We tested it out on our show tonight, but we are going to keep it as a gaming channel. We just wanted to show people that we're not abandoning you. We want to jump onto that platform, and we also have a new platform we're going to expand to. I'm just not going to tell you what it is yet because we're not there. So it's
I might get on myself and try like Man of Medan or some other games as well and see what hits and what doesn't. So
Dal Loth, thank you for asking about the cat. We did take him to the hospital, and then we took him to the vet the next day. We're waiting on the results of some tests, but we had an EKG and a couple other things, so we don't really know yet. He's back here, and just walking around peeing on stuff. So, but thank you for reaching out and checking up. I really appreciate that kind of stuff. So let's get caught up on some of the super chats so we can this is a very long show. Let's see. Thank you though, Zontar, for checking me or telling me about the Macross and / Robotech stuff. So I will give that a watch down the road. If that's on Crunchyroll, that's always going to be an easier find than trying to hunt down the old DVDs. Because I remember back in the day going to Media Play, buying a $30 anime DVD, and it had like 6 episodes on it. So
God,
overpriced as hell. Mikey Gussler did say earlier, though, hey, Jeff and Co., it's been a while. How you been? Pretty damn good.
We're okay over here. How are you?
Yeah. Fuck us, right?
007 Cloud says, Spidey topic, I won't miss this. Well, 007 Cloud, thank you very much. We definitely talked a lot about Spider-Man tonight. And I will, on the Twitch channel, do a replay of Spider-Man 2018, the game, in the Sam Raimi suit on the hardest difficulty, and we'll talk about Spider-Man.
Yeah, I might get that Squadron game and play it in VR and see how motion sickness. Yeah, I see how motion sickness I can make myself.
I was thinking about playing through Halo.
Oh my god, yes.
When once we get everything worked out, I'm gonna download the Master Chief Collection, Kendo. Is that what you have? If you can get to a secure location, we should play together.
Oh, I can't. I just got to coordinate it with somebody that actually lives in town with real internet.
Well, once we can make that happen, dude. I'm a Halo junkie. Halo and Gears of War. I played the shit out of those.
Oh, dude,
I would love Gears of War. They've ruined Gears of War, but it used to be so much fun.
Yeah, how would you feel when we get everything coordinated? We do a Twitch Gears of War playthrough.
Is a pig's pussy hedging its bet?
Oh,
I mean, betting his hedge.
My black ass. Random. Diego Flores. We did read his about James Cameron being a knob. Now, AJ Journeyman says, I watched The Thing for the first time. I thought it was a gorgeous film where Mac freezes and Windows becomes unresponsive. 4.5 out of 5. So, AJ Journeyman, you have just
4.5
out of 5.
Still,
yeah, it's a bit light. The Thing is a great movie.
What was the other 0.5 it needed?
More tits.
He didn't like Windows haircut. The fro was not, his thing.
I would like to know because that movie is fucking amazing.
It needed nudity. Well, female nudity.
Yeah. I didn't need to see Wilford Brimley's ball sack to make it.
I love Kurt Russell. He's an American legend, but I don't need to see him hang dong on screen.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'll take your word, Kurt.
Let's see. We also Jacob Kaiju. Oh, by the way, AJ Journeyman, go back and watch it again and try to figure out who's the Thing at the end. Go back and really watch that film. John Carpenter films are, in my opinion, best watched multiple times.
Oh, definitely.
Because so many layers. Even Halloween, which is a very straightforward story. Which Nick, yesterday after the matriarchy, Jesse, Anna, and myself were all talking, and for some reason I put on Halloween, and we just got lost in that movie. I can't put on Halloween and not pay attention to it.
There's so much peripheral shit going on.
It's so good. So it's so much fun, especially when what's her name spills a goddamn popcorn butter on her shirt.
She's so cute in that movie.
I actually met her in real life. She's actually really awesome in real life.
I would like to meet her. I would just be like, ma'am, thank you.
She is. Oh, dude, I told her, I was like, your part in the movie is funny as hell, and you are my favorite character. I love you so much. It was wonderful, and she was like, thank you. And we started and we talked a little bit while she was at her table. It was like on a Friday at the convention, and
did you close the deal?
I did not.
You have failed us.
Come on, man. God,
he's married to Brie Larson. What more do you expect?
Hey, they are engaged. He can still back out.
I haven't signed the prenup yet. I'm good.
That's right. He can still. The lawyers don't have to get involved yet.
You are correct, Christopher Payne. The Thing is worth watching multiple times alone.
Yeah. Oh, it's true. That's well. Then now that you watch The Thing, you got to watch the 1988 Blob.
Oh yeah, it's not Carpenter, but it's a fan. And then watch They Live,
and then watch The Mist.
Yes, great films across the board.
Oh yeah.
Jacob Kaiju says there's going to be a new Godzilla anime series on Netflix on April 21st. It's called Godzilla Singular Point. Sounds like Dion's going to watch that.
I'd watch it.
You got damn right.
We're all Godzilla fans. We don't talk about it much, but we all love Godzilla movies.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, when we get together, we should get really drunk and watch Godzilla movies.
Dude, I got a shitload of them on Blu-ray.
I just got the Toho collection.
Yes.
End of last year, man. I'm fucking in.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Greendale Forever, thank you very much for your generous super chat. I love this question. If you haven't seen Andy Signore's stream from a couple of nights ago, oh my God, talk about no holds barred. Closure was achieved. Have him on for WCBS or High Council movie fights. Great pop culture debate. Greendale Forever, I would love to make that happen. Andy is a friend. I've been on a stream with him 2 or 3 times. Have phone numbers. We can exchange texts. I want to put together a special show with him on it, because Tuesdays and Thursdays are nights that he streams, and I don't expect him to, stop everything, and same, vice versa. So there's that creator respect right there. But maybe on a Wednesday or a Monday or something, I'd love to stream with him. I've been wanting to do it for the better part of a year, because he reached out to Jesse. Jesse was on his movie fights, the better version, the one that he produces now, Nerd Fights, and or Nerd Wars, and yeah, she was on there arguing with that guy. You guys remember the meme of that guy that cried watching the Star Wars trailer?
Yep.
Jesse debated that guy last year. So if you want to watch that video, everyone's like, hey, remember that guy that cried? Yeah, Jesse knows him. The Eric Butts is his name. But yeah, Greendale Forever, I would definitely love to have him on, because full transparency, Movie Fights was one of the impetuses for this podcast. The Bloody Good Horror Show, as well as Movie Fights, because Dion and I used to watch Movie Fights religiously every week.
Every fucking week.
We got to do this podcast. We started talking about it in 2014. Nothing really came of it. And then mid 2015, I just bought a microphone on Amazon. I was like, I'm going to start a podcast. I'm going to do this. And then fucking 5 years later, almost, we're 2 weeks removed from our 5-year anniversary. And then, it's been a hell of a run. But Movie Fight is one of the reasons why this show exists. So I will always have the utmost respect for Andy Signore, because he inspired this, and this has changed my life. Let's see. So a lot of these are from the underrated, overrated that we have read already. So I want to make sure. Okay, Dick's Insider, we did read yours earlier, but Legato Starwind, excellent recommendation. He says, my number one favorite horror movie is from the 1960s French horror film Eyes Without a Face. You should add it to Schlocktoberfest. I have heard of this film. I have seen clips of this film, but I've never seen it. I am definitely down to watch something artsy yet horror related. Not everything has to be schlocky, if you know what I mean, Nick.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I mean, yeah. We do the schlocky stuff because it's fun to watch and everybody has a good time.
It's a train wreck.
But I'm always down for the artsy stuff too.
Rosemary's Baby is what I consider an artsier horror film, and I love that movie.
Oh, definitely. It is very, very 60s. It is a very, very 60s horror movie. It's very, very long, and it's very, very detailed, and it takes a little while to kind of get going, but it's a damn good movie.
Yeah. TLJ Screwjob says Dark Fate is better than Twister, according to Dion.
I mean, that's true. We know.
I ain't never said no shit like that.
It was implied.
Motherfuckers.
Hey, Jeff. Good news. Eyes Without a Face is on HBO Max.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
I have that thanks to our friend. So
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you got to look out for me there, Nick. You selfish prick. Oh, I've got good internet.
Paul Otis says Battle Los Angeles, I win. That movie if that's the one with Aaron Eckhart, I didn't think that movie was that terrible.
No, it was pretty good.
It was
Neo's
the one thing I hate is a lot of things they kept doing that year, whereas like a lot of the movies that were like action movies, or just all the movies in general that year, kept doing this thing where they would jump 15 minutes into the middle of the movie. I'm sorry, they jump in the middle of the movie and show you 15 minutes of that, and then go back to the beginning. They kept doing that whole year, and it was really fucking irritating.
Talk about a movie trope I don't miss.
God, I hated that shit. It kept happening that year, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on right now? Did everybody get the memo? What is this?
It's like the 3D craze. I'm just glad it's over,
Yep.
For sure.
Let's see. Jacob Kaiju said Speed was overrated. We did read a lot. We read the overrated, underrated ones. We talked about that. Okay, Mr. V asks, anyone seen the Fat Man trailer with Mel Gibson? I have not.
No.
I have seen it pop up on my YouTube feed, but I have not clicked on it.
Same. Not opposed to watching the trailer, just haven't. So, check it out. Adam Wofford, thank you very much for your super generous super chat. He says NASA can detect gravity from other stars and galaxies. They have found asteroids 10 times bigger than Earth. Some have come close to Earth. Also, find the black hole within our galaxy. They could see something as big as Texas. So he's just tearing down Armageddon.
Yep.
And that's 100% true. They have lasers that go across like hundreds of kilometers and detect gravitational waves from all kinds. It's fucking ridiculous the amount of stuff they have to just.
I mean,
detect
it's also not really hard to tear down a lot of science fiction movies. They're cool premises, but at the end of the day, it's like.
Are you telling me that I can't build a time machine out of a DeLorean?
Out of a DeLorean? I mean, you could. The Mr. Fusion parts where you're gonna have trouble.
Yeah, I mean, and also you gotta travel. I think what was it, close to the speed of light, and start to go back, and then you start going back in the past. That becomes a whole different thing. You're better off. You're better off just making a wormhole and sending one end of it out into space and having it come back, and then doing it that way.
No,
Yeah.
Jeff, listen to your friend here. If you really want to time travel, the best way to do it, get you some edibles, get you some high fucking alcohol content beer, and you'll travel 12 hours in a blink of an eye.
Oh, believe me, I've lost weeks.
There you go.
Jeez.
No, honestly, no. Don't anyone out there actually think that. I'm just joking.
Oh God.
But I don't hold Armageddon in a precious spot like a lot of people do.
No,
Joel loves that movie. It's one of his favorite memories, and rightly so, Joel, for that reason. Always respect that.
He also has poor taste in movies.
I that is true. He still owes me for all those. I saw Killers with Joel.
Oh God.
You mean to tell me you don't like Ashton Kutcher, bruh?
Not that bullshit. It's Katherine Heigl that I can't stand.
Oh,
Come
God.
on.
Well, I mean, she's not really tearing up the red carpet now anyway, so it's
Yeah,
fine.
she's not really human. I mean, if we got a definition.
She's a cyborg.
She's something.
Yeah, she's something.
Apparently a bitch.
There's a reason she can't find work.
Exactly.
Well, no, I mean Hollywood shut down, but that's not the point.
Well, it's been years, Catherine. It ain't gonna change. You really
Hollywood just shut down for her. That's really what it is.
Oh.
That's unfair.
Mr. V says, Tales from the Hood 3 just came out, right? Well, Nick, did you know it came out?
Yes, I did. Should I wait? How do you want me to do this? Should I review it on air or do a Patreon thing for? What do you want me to do, Jeff? How do you want me to do this?
I think we
should watch it for Patreon.
Yeah, I say we should watch it for Patreon because I'm really curious about it.
And I'm okay because I'm not in the same room as the other three guys and suddenly worried about my existence.
Why would you be worried about your existence?
Yeah, exactly, man.
I'm just like, this movie's making me. Tales from the Hood too. I was hanging out with my boys. We were having a great fucking weekend. We get excited. We turn that movie on. And suddenly I felt really bad. And like I could all of a sudden have some friction with my friends because of a movie.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rusty Cunt Beef.
Well, I mean, it never happened. We just all booed the movie and went on. I mean, right before that, we watched fucking Black Dynamite.
I will say this. I felt better when Dion turned and looked at us and goes, well, this is a bit heavy-handed. I was like, oh, good. Good. I'm not the only one feeling like this is a piece of shit.
Dion was a barometer for the whole thing.
Dude, that look on his face was just so priceless, too. It was just it was like a da fuck look. And he just looks at us and goes, this is a bit heavy-handed. It's like, yes, it is.
I can't decide if that was my best birthday or my worst birthday ever.
It's a thin-ass line, isn't it? Because Rusty tried to ruin it.
Yeah, there was like a whole shitload of awesome in that 2-hour span where it's like, are we having a bad time or a good time? I can't tell.
I'm going to say a good time because we all equally came to the assumption that movie was dog shit, so it's fine.
Yeah, like I stopped sliding over on the couch at that point. I'm like, all right, cool. We're all on the same wavelength here. We all agree this is just really bad.
Ken's gonna have to leave early. It's like I gotta leave early, guys. I just gotta.
It's like, oh shit,
I gotta hit the road. Oh,
it's
fuck,
like,
sorry.
The Kansas City's playing Cincinnati Sunday Night Football. I gotta get out of here, man.
Bomb Shoes, thank you very much. He says, just got back watching SPN. What did I miss? Well, you've been here since fairly early in the show, so you didn't miss a whole hell of a lot. At the very beginning of the show, we covered Eddie Van Halen. I think that's all you really missed in the first less than an hour. Yeah, definitely mostly Van Halen. Dixon Cider, thank you very much. He says, since Dion loves horses, look up Pepper Coyote on YouTube. You'll know the song when you see it. Dion, you should look up Pepper Coyote and tell us what you think of it.
Yeah, listen to that before you go to bed.
Yeah, tell us if you've got.
I don't know, guys. Oh, fuck you.
So, Adam Wofford, thank you very much. She says, yeah, they tried that with Power Rangers when they put a kid in the series and no one liked it, and the kid was annoying.
Fucking, what was his name? Justin.
Yeah.
Fuck that kid. That was Turbo. Fuck that kid.
Dude, I remember being a little kid. I was the same age. I'm like, why is the kid a Power Ranger? Because we all wanted to be the teenagers, not some dopey, bull-haired kid that just randomly or just magically grew. Like,
yeah,
I believe that you can transform into some magical spandex suits called giant robots. But if you have a little kid randomly grow, I don't believe that part.
That was bullshit.
Yes, that's the part where it became far-fetched.
Yeah, that's when it broke me.
No, they literally would show him grow.
Yeah,
whenever he was morphing, and he would like the belt would activate, and then he would fucking get bigger, and it was just like, fuck this.
I'm still glad I was tapped out by him.
Again?
Huh?
Why did Zordon pick that kid again?
Because Rocky got hurt right before like a tournament or something in the movie. Because remember, it was Turbo kicked off because it was the TV Saturday morning movie. So they were going to a tournament. Rocky had got his ass demoted to the Blue Ranger because Tommy was the Red Ranger, and then somehow, like I can't remember if it was the Zords got fucked up or whatever, but Rocky got hurt. So then they went. So there was just 4 Rangers, and then Justin was supposed to meet him at the fucking gym or some bullshit, and then Zordon gives him a fucking morpher or whatever because they had to go save Kim and Jason. And somehow Zordon's like, yeah, this annoying bucket fucking hairstyle kid is going to be the answer to my problems. Give him a morphin. It was fucking bullshit.
Zordon didn't think that one through, did he there, Dion?
Nope, he fucked up big time.
Let's see. 007 Cloud says, I handle business to Can You Feel the Love Tonight. Dion, we're teaming up, beating some Nubian asses. Put some respect on the Lion King.
That's right. That's right.
Jeff.
Oh
Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
What's a Nubian?
Never gets old.
God damn it. Kevin Smith is referenced on the show more time than he has any right to be, and it works.
Especially since we gave him a heart attack with the video.
Yeah. Yeah, that's our fault. I'm surprised he hasn't tried to fight us.
I think we'd win.
Swinging Cod says Marvel Comics #1 by Timely Comics was the first comic with Marvel Comics on it. You are wrong, and Joe Simon's Ghost will haunt you. Not what I said, Swinging Cod. I acknowledge that a Marvel Comics #1 featuring the Human Torch on the cover is the first comic book titled Marvel Comics, but the company was still officially Timely. I even pulled the Wikipedia page up just to make sure. It said, founded in 1939, Timely was the umbrella name for the division of a pulp magazine publisher, Martin Goodman, who became Marvel. So what's the exact date for Timely Comics? 1939 to 1960. Well, technically they consider it till now, but 1950s when it was defunct. So then I guess it became Atlas after that. Yes, okay, so it goes Timely till 1950, Atlas at 1950, and then Marvel Comics, it's rebranded in 1961. So that is the nerdiest shit we will ever talk about on this channel. Probably not. Yeah, that's... I used to love Marvel. Not anymore. Rest in peace, Stanley. I just realized we're still showing the goddamn giant PlayStation.
Yeah, we are.
I was wondering. I was like, I mean...
it illustrates the point.
It's so big.
So let's see. Thank you very much, Swinging Cod. Cash Kester, this one's for you, Kendo, says, hail WCBS in chat. Also, Kendo, 4-0, Chiefs!
Let's go, Chiefs! Fuck the Raiders. It's Raider Day on Sunday, baby. I am going to get fucking hammered. Plus, it's the only day off I've had in like 10. So, of course, I'm going to go hard in the paint.
James Andrews, thank you very much. He says, Bond doesn't use gadgets to get Bond girls in bed. Yeah, he uses a I'd like to think that at the end, Roger Moore Bond had like government mandated Viagra.
I'd hope so.
Maybe he just has good genes.
Or it's a government mandated Viagra.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want to see like a Q branch butt plug or something. 007.
Can you imagine that walkthrough?
Oh my god.
Can you imagine that walkthrough? Chew this gum and your dick will become very hard. And then you can insert this butt plug inside your lady to make her happy. If you click on it 3 times, it becomes a grenade.
What?
Wait, hold on.
Is that how he beat Silva in Skyfall? He used his Q branch butt plug on him, tapped it 3 times. Ooh, James, what makes you think this is my first time? Boom, colon explodes.
I can see that.
I mean, he could have used Chipotle instead, but whatever.
That'll just make you shit blood. It's different.
Just like that Harry Potter movie.
Yeah.
They said my mic cut out when I said it. It says Bond doesn't use gadgets to get Bond girls in bed. That was the super chat from James Andrews.
Christmas only does come once a year.
Oh, get fucked.
Mikey Gussler, thank you very much again. He says another argument Mahler and Rags use is there have been many different interpretations of these characters, so there isn't one Spider-Man. That's an interesting way to frame an argument, but I would actually say that one's incorrect. Because if you want to break it down, there really only are 2 versions of Spider-Man, and they're almost identical. Ultimate Spider-Man and regular Spider-Man share all the same values and traits. It's just a modern retelling. They still have great power responsibility. They still have Uncle Ben. They still have the wrestling. So if you consider in the books, there's 2 different versions of Spider-Man, the 616 and the Ultimate Universe, that's fine. But the character is so similar. It's the world, the redesign of the characters, and some of the other story changes. But overall, I would argue that you can almost interchange them as a modern versus a classic version because that core element's there. And plus, look at the Ultimate Spider-Man suit. They didn't change it. They don't really mess with perfection in the past. But that being said, too, when you adapt the character into these movies, the things that I want out of the character are in both adaptations. Like J. Jonah Jameson in the Daily Bugle is a part of the Ultimate Universe. It's he doesn't want to be a photographer. He wants to be a web designer. Again, a modernized version of basically the same situation. Kingpin, modernized criminal, still a modernized Kingpin criminal. So a lot of those elements are across the board of Spider-Man. A lot of the complaints that I and some other dedicated fans have is they're just things created for the movies. A lot of people, get on the whole organic web shooters from the Raimi films, even though those are a holdover from the James Cameron script. Like certain things like that set people off, but then they'll overlook other things. And the core elements of the character have not been achieved on film in over a decade. So, Mahler and Rags have an interesting way to argue that, but I would counter that there's really just one thing that they're still adapting from. It's still Spider-Man.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. Where are we at? Let's see. We read that one. We from 007 Cloud, did we read that? Yeah, we read both the 007 Clouds about how Dr. Ironboy uses his new magic to make himself a man, hopefully, Toby. So we did read that one, and we read the suits. That one. TLJ Screwjob says WCBs. Oh, we read that one too. Read that one and that one. Sorry, folks. Just want to catch up and make sure we read everyone's super chats because that's what we do. Okay. We did read that one about Bill Paxton. I think we're almost caught up, so I haven't missed too many. I read Donuts, Orton. Talk amongst yourself, folks. We did look up Chuck Tingle, Black Ass Fate. Here we go from Jacob Kaiju, Dion and Liam Neeson in Dark Ass Man.
Don't say things like that because that would be fucking awesome.
I was thinking
the return of Durant.
I was thinking they could do My Dark Ass is Taken.
Dude, Dion, I almost choked on my drink when you said that.
You get me.
Oh my god, that's
Kendo, that is a wonderful fucking name for that. My Dark Ass is Taken.
He's got a special set of skills. And I'm gonna find you, and I'm gonna kill you, and I'm gonna save my black ass.
Oh man, it's good shit.
Let's see. 007 Cloud says Dr. Iron Boy can use his magic to revive Kendamora. So that's your new name, Kendo. You're Kendamora. So after you've been sacrificed by Thanos for the Soul Stone, Dr. Iron Boy can use his new mystical powers.
Awesome. Glad to know I will be alive after my dad throws me off a fucking mountain.
Of course you will. You're eternal.
That's good.
Adam Walford has a question. He says, okay, which movie series is the craziness, Godzilla or Jason's? Both have psychic powers, people and gods. Demons is, of course, I'm pulling this from the comics. Godzilla might be crazier because, like, you can imagine somebody dressing up and killing people. Yeah, there's going to be a limit. But Godzilla is crazier because you have space monsters and space little people and robots and Noths and all this other shit. So
Tokyo being destroyed repeatedly.
Those people are resilient, man. They can, they just take it.
Yeah, shit. Fucking giant lizard comes and destroys half the fucking city. A couple years later, it's all built up. Oh shit, the giant lizard's back, destroying the fucking city. Let's rebuild. Oh god damn it, there he is again. Fuck.
It's it's a wonder that people are still living in Japan, really.
Yeah, you'd think at that point they'd move out, be like, if it isn't getting fucking atomic bombs dropped on us, we're getting a fucking lizard showing up just destroying shit. Let's get the hell out of here.
Wonder what California's like.
Oh, I heard California's nice this time of year. Shows up, fires. Fuck, he's been here too.
Bomb Shoes says, my best friend got heart palpitations from Surge.
Whew. Oh, jeez.
Did he drink like an entire case in one city?
Did I ever tell you guys the story of Douche Canoe and how he almost died because all he drank was Monster Energy drinks?
I mean, no, but I can believe it.
Well, that's the full story. He had to stop drinking all energy drinks because he almost died. And Dan had to stop drinking them because his heart is bad and his asthma and stuff. Basically, these energy drinks have really targeted two of my friends.
Holy shit.
I drink shit every day, and I'm fine.
Well, you also drink a copious amount of beer to flush everything else out. So.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're going to do that many uppers, you got to do that many downers to kind of balance things.
Yeah, or you just don't do any of it and call it a day.
Where's the fun in that?
True question. TLJ Screwjob says, speaking of old shows, it's told by Ginger. That was an example of an interracial relationship with Ginger and Darren. I remember that show. Macy Gray did the theme song.
Rusty Cundiff does not approve.
What show was that?
According to Ginger, as told by Ginger.
No, don't remember
that. Yeah, I thought that show was okay. That was during that weird gray period of I'll watch some kids shows, but I'd rather watch wrestling and play Grand Theft Auto. So, yes, thought I was older than I was, but my mom was cool about shit. So, TLJ Screwjob says, and Liberty Kids, they stayed the same age from 1775 to 1783, and even as a kid, I was like, what?
I mean, it's like The Simpsons or South Park. Those kids have been the same age forever.
We just watched the first 4th grade episode today.
Oh, yes. That's that. Yeah, they graduated 4th grade and they get Miss Chokes on Dick, but she dies eventually. Spoiler alert.
Dude, I've watched that. I know. I'm glad.
Okay, good.
But I don't really remember Liberty Kids, but I do remember watching The Simpsons. I'm like, okay, they're 7 and 8 years old or something like that, or 10. I think Bart's in the 4th grade. And it's 30 years later and Bart's still 10. So that math is kind of wonky.
Yeah, he never really became Bang Bang Bart, and I'm very upset.
And Lisa never became the president.
That's true. We got fucked.
Yeah, but Homer did get more of those ribwidges, so everyone can go to bed happy tonight.
Fantastic.
Cadis82, thank you very much. He says another anime recommendation is Food Wars. Well, I will take a picture of that, and I will add that to the list. One of these days, I'll just compile the list and put it on our website, because we're building a website. 007 Cloud says, meet Joe Black Ass or meet my black ass.
Meet my black ass Joe.
Yeah, I was going to say, meet Joe Black Ass sounds like a fun time. That could be a good movie.
I want to see Meet My Black Ass. It would just be it's like, you know how they did the was it Abbott and Costello Meet the Wolfman and all that shit?
Yes.
You have an infinite amount of crossover. It's like Godzilla meets My Black Ass.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Knives Out. Well, no, that wouldn't work. Knives Out.
No. You stick with the Godzilla thing. So like Godzilla's destroying Tokyo. For some reason, Dion happens to be in Japan.
And really, I wonder why.
He jumps into a radioactive vat of whatever, and suddenly he grows like fucking 150 feet tall, and just him and Godzilla are just duking it out, destroying Tokyo for the umpteenth time. Everyone wins. Well,
You want Tokyo? You gotta get past my black ass.
That's right.
That's the tagline on the poster.
Godzilla roars, shoots his atomic breath at Dion. Dion deflects it somehow
With his black ass.
with his black ass, and then Dion just like suddenly squares up in like a fucking Muay Thai stance and is like trying to like, martial arts fight him. I mean, you can't lose. This movie writes itself.
Well, I mean, all of them do. We have infinite possibilities to go with this series. So it's gonna be interesting.
And it ends like Godzilla versus King Kong. They both get the shit kicked out of them, and they just slink off back to their lairs. And it's like, where do we go from here? Are they gonna come back? We don't know.
Jacob Kaiju, thank you very much. He says Macross became Robotech Jeff. Thank you for that. I did forget. Andrew Clark, thank you very much. He says, remember when Spider-Man had a giant robot? You mean Leopardon? The giant robot has a name, and I only know that because I don't think the theme song to that show is terrible. But I've watched quite a few episodes. It's essentially Power Rangers with Spider-Man. If you have not seen it, folks, it's a weird, bizarre show. I don't know where it's available to stream, but I think it was SH Figure Arts did release a Japanese Spider-Man action figure. So if you're a fan of that show, you just got the best collectibles to come out based on it. So you got Robot Spider-Man before you got Axel Foley. Thanks, world.
God damn it.
Yeah. Troy Tempest, thank you very much for your generous super chat. He says, good afternoon, fellas. Keep fighting the good fight. Hail, Jeff. Well, hail, Troy Tempest. Thank you very much. He's over in Australia right now. So it's weird to think, like, for me, it's always WCBS bed. It's weird to think like somebody's like in the middle of their day, like, oh shit, World Class Bullshitters is on. Let me listen.
Yeah, that is a lot to think.
But Troy, thank you very much. Andrew Clark says, when are you guys going to play AI Dungeon? Well, Andrew, I have not told the guys about it yet, but it's essentially, guys, it's like an online D&D game that you can play with AI. I was thinking we could have an episode of the show when it's basically when there's not a lot to cover one week. We should play it. You guys down?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Cool. So Andrew Clark, we will play it. I know Jesse wants to play it on her stream. By the way, tonight, folks, there will not be a Mindless Entertainment stream. With the stuff with Lando and all that stuff, Thirsty Thursday is just off the table. So for all the people that have been reaching out and asking about that, again, thank you very much. It's really cool that this community is as thoughtful as they are. I know a lot of people on the internet think, the Fandom Menaces, whatever. No, it's just a bunch of cool people. So thank you guys for keeping up being cool the entire time. Jacob Kaiju says there is a Godzilla trilogy of anime films on Netflix currently, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's really boring as hell. Also, it was like cel-shaded CGI, the crappy type. You lost me at boring, because there's a limit. First off, Jacob Kaiju, thank you very much for your super chat. There's a limit I'm always willing to deal with Godzilla films, like the build, but it's got to have the big payoff. So if a guy with Jacob Kaiju as a screen name says it's boring, you're probably going to be the guy that will give the benefit of the doubt to a lot of these films. And I may not necessarily be. So I'll take your word to skip it, because I haven't seen everything Godzilla related. So if I go back and watch everything, I'll check it out. But if not, I'll skip it like I skipped the Matthew Broderick film. Could you imagine Matthew McConaughey in a Godzilla film?
Yeah, Godzilla shows up, fucking roars, and he's like, all right. I drive a Lincoln. And Godzilla just fucking steps on the Lincoln. He's like, I got another Lincoln.
and then he's like, well, I keep getting older, but they still say the same age.
Well, there you go. And then the next scene, him and Godzilla are driving around in that Lincoln. He's like, Godzilla, I've been driving a Lincoln before it was cool. All right.
Do you want to leave the city? It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
Godzilla, if you see me in the Lincoln Lawyer, it's a good film.
That is a pretty decent film.
It actually is a pretty good fucking movie.
I wonder what Matthew McConaughey is like in real life. Does he just get high and do yoga or something on his fucking porch?
His ass got pulled over because he got high as fuck playing the goddamn bongos on his front lawn or something.
Really?
Yeah.
He totally does that in real life. He's the fucking man.
That's okay. That's okay. I can deal
are
with
you
that.
smoking the marijuana? And he's like, it'd be a lot cooler if you did. You want to take a puff of this? All right, all right, all right.
Oh God, Kenda, your impression of it is fucking awesome, man.
It's
I love
easy. I just know how to talk with that fucking weird Southern twang. It's simple. I hear enough of that shit.
Oh yeah, no joke.
Darian217 says Apple TV has a new Ghost Rider show out now. Follows up the '90s show. It's good discussion. Thank you very much for that. The compliment. But I'll check it out. We have Apple TV, the whatever. They gave us a free year, so we have access to that. If you have Apple TV, Darian217, check out the morning show. It's kind of a heavy drama, but I really enjoyed it. So if you're looking for something outside of genre entertainment, that gets my thumbs up of approval. Across the board, you had great acting from Reese Witherspoon, Jennifer Aniston, Billy Crudup won an Emmy for it, so and rightly so. Jimmy Kimmel sucks, but that was the best thing to happen on that show. TLJ Screwjob says thoughts on Rambo in Mortal Kombat 11.
I mean, he'll win.
Go Mortal Kombat. Just they never stop pushing that shit. I love it. I love the little trailer was just the animated Rambo. Then he starts shooting up in the air, screaming. I fucking loved it, dude.
Dude, if all of his special moves involve setting traps, and like all of a sudden fucking Brian Dennehy shows up to go Toasty, I'm in.
The fact that you can play as the Terminator and Rambo in a Mortal Kombat game, it is basically adult Super Smash Brothers at this point.
Oh yeah,
and RoboCop's in it too.
Oh shit!
Oh God, who wins that fight though? I don't know.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me. That's all I have to say. Yeah, honestly, if there was a three-way fight like that, I'm going to put my money on the Terminator.
Yeah, you'd almost have to because he's a machine.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But Rambo's really crafty. I mean, he took down the entire fucking police force of that town. Granted, most of them were like backwards idiots, but
I mean, it was Brian Dennehy, but
that's true. That's true. But still, I mean, all he had was his knife and his will to live. And let's not forget, all he wanted to do was go to the diner and get something to eat.
Yeah. Also, guys, I guess we're missing Alien, Predator, and Jason, says Remington 30666.
They have Spawn.
There's a new Mortal Kombat coming out with like all the shit, is what Dan was telling me. I think it comes with all the old deals.
Ooh, fuck! Let's do it.
I think that's what he was telling me about. So,
Alien, Predator, Jason, Freddy, they were in Mortal Kombat XL.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow!
Freddy Krueger was in Mortal Kombat 9.
Yeah,
with Kratos. Let's read our final one from Adam Adam Walford. Thank you very much. He says, when you buy the PS5, it's delivered by a Gundam because it's the only thing that can carry it into your house.
I could see that.
Yeah. I have to just open my window. Like, it's like that scene in Beetlejuice when they're bringing her statue and it fucking breaks through the window. She's like, oh, this is my art. It is dangerous.
Oh, God.
Yeah. They're like, sir, we have your PlayStation 5. What are all those carpenters here for? We have to remove the side of your house to get it in. Oh, okay. You're going to put it back, right? Maybe.
No, that costs extra.
It can't even do full 60 frames per second at that size. That's
you didn't pay the reconstruction fee, so no. We got a tarp for you.
Oh God!
And this is why GameStop is going out of business. I think they actually signed some deal with Microsoft, so they might be. I think Microsoft.
Well, no. Remember, ThinkGeek went to GameStop, and now GameStop is going to shit.
Yeah.
So then is it just going to be the Microsoft store then instead of GameStop? Like, what's the deal with that?
Well, most Microsoft studio or stores closed, I believe. So I don't know what's going to actually happen.
You go to GameStop to buy a PS5 and ask if you want to pre-order having your house put back together. After they dismantle it because they have to deliver it.
Basically, Sony should buy Lowe's and just make that a thing.
Sorry, sir. You did get the pre-order of the house reconstruction. We ran out of the special posters, so you don't get those.
Oh, fuck that.
And then our final super chat of the evening is a doozy right here. It's from Legato Starwind. Thank you very much. It says, Jeff, one hentai title that I would recommend is INMU. It's basically Creepshow meets tentacle hentai. It will make you question your sanity.
No. I already question just hearing that.
Yeah, no.
Honestly, you said it's like Creepshow. I love Creepshow.
Yeah, but it'll make it it has tentacle hentai, and it'll make you question your sanity. Is the other part you forgot to look at as well.
Oh, well, Never had anything to question in the first place, man.
I was gonna say, what was the name of the fucking famous actor that was dancing around in that tombstone thing at the very beginning of that?
Oh
Creep
God, Ed Harris.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, does Ed Harris have tentacles? Because if so, I may be interested.
Maybe it'll be more interesting than that stupid ass dance. So,
That's true.
folks, this has been a hell of a show. Way longer than we planned, but amazing. So I would like to thank everyone for joining us tonight. Hit that thumbs up on the way out. We have 550 watching, but only 420 likes. So that's the last way you can tell us that you enjoyed this show. A couple pieces of updates as well. The final leg of the first American tier of Stealing Solo goes out tomorrow. So after tomorrow, everybody that just backed the basic book level in the U.S., have all your books shipped out. I've gotten pictures from all over the country. People are very excited for their new replacements. So thank you to everyone who backed it the first time. You should have your new books. Now, if you backed at a higher tier, that is the next thing to fulfill. And once we do that, we'll keep making announcements, and then we'll make announcements about the next printing, which is going to be in less than a month. So be prepared for something really cool, something that you did not know that was coming. So is there anything that you want to say, Nick, before we leave?
No, man, I'm good.
Kendo, Dion, anything you guys want to add before we go?
Free yayo.
I was just going to tell people to go check out my boy Jason Orr, JAYSONORR. He does music. If it's the type of shit you want to listen to, check him out. If not, give him a subscribe anyway. He's a good dude.
Yeah, check him out. I will subscribe, Kendo.
Actually, speaking of that, Danielle Harris has her own YouTube channel. Go check that out.
Oh
boy,
she's more entertaining than Brie Larson. Okay,
that's not setting the bar very high.
Yeah.
What do you want from me?
So, guys, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll be back next week, same time, same channel, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, always on World Class Bullshitters. I have a new video coming out on Monday, the part 2 of Mulan, which has been hugely received. As we have told you guys, the algorithm's been unkind to us about people finding our videos, but the Mulan video is starting to break the trend. We're getting back in the algorithm's favor. So do us a favor. Actually, do yourself a favor. Check out the Mulan video and check out today's Marvel video. I tried something new, and I really like the format of the video. So tell me what you think of the format here next week on the show. But for the next new video, come back Monday, 11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, each and every Monday. Do not miss out on World Class Bullshitters content. So from all of us here at WCBS, good night. Be safe, be smart, be excellent to each other. And guys, we're getting closer to Halloween. So folks, get your livers ready. It's going to be a very wasted night. We'll talk to you guys next time.
.com